trying to guess. You know what I'm saying?
Who's gonna love you on your worst day?
Yeah, we didn't name him yet. Bear Pain.
Yo, stop,
bro.
Who's gonna love you on your worst day?
Oh no.
Oh,
You know who had the best?
You're snapping. Stay out of my way,
Stay out of his way,
man.
bro.
Bite your face off.
My ears and everything.
The KBarbz call those people over.
Yeah.
And maybe sometimes call us that if they feel like we're one of those type of people.
No.
We're not.
No, don't get it twisted.
And that's why I get offended, because I'm like, I'm not like y'all.
Yeah.
Because now I realize who the OVOHs are.
Ooh, what?
If you bash them with the enemies like a goof.
They use the word that can get mans them punched in their noggin, bro.
And it's
What?
a girl too.
And it's a girl too, dog. She's grassing the line.
Oh, and what's her name? Kiki, do you love me? Are you riding?
Say it, Friday. Say it, Friday. Come on, dog. Say it, Friday. Say what you need to
No,
say.
because I always get in trouble, man.
No, this is...
We love hip hop.
Let me ask you guys a question, man.
Yeah.
What happened to Tweakers? Did it die already?
No. I will say no, and I think that song is going to play off in proms for the next 3 years. I DJ'd a spring formal,
Yes.
another one in Saga, public school, not a private school.
Yeah.
DJ.
They love Tweaker, but you know, this is the first time I DJ'd in Saga and saw the P&D effect for Mississauga youths.
Okay,
Like
talk about it.
I was playing, they requested a lot of P&D,
Yeah.
and that song where it's like, this is what Saga sound like in the nighttime, break
Yeah,
from
yeah.
Toronto.
Yeah,
Bro,
yeah,
these
yeah,
kids
yeah,
went
yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
Like they feel represented. So I was
Yeah.
like, okay, like P&D does have an effect on the Saga,
Saga youths.
population
Yeah, yeah.
specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. What part of Saga did you go?
Well, it was in like the south, so it's like Lakeshore and Ogden area. Like
And
that's where the
Lakeshore, like going towards Oakville.
Yeah, but it was for Port Credit. That was the
Port
school.
Credit.
That
Port
was
Credit.
the school,
That's
but
where you're going.
the
Yeah.
banquet hall was yeah, that's where the banquet hall was, and the school was Port Credit.
Port Credit.
Maybe
oh
you should
shit, man.
take out the school. I don't know. If they're actually, I don't care, but yeah.
So you
Yeah,
said
this song, they went crazy.
Sound like in the nighttime.
Watch what she do when the light shines.
he said Lil Jamie and Lil Jenny were going, oh my God.
They were going crazy. You would think I played freaking Mo Bamba.
Oh shit. I did not know.
They were like moshing to this song.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
But
they
that-
actually really like P&D and even requested a lot of
Yeah,
P&D.
but he still had to apologize to Tory.
I didn't like that at all, bro. That was a terrible
And
move.
you know what, dog? And I was saying that from 2 episodes ago. I was like, yo, man, Tory, man. Tory, man. Tory, man.
So you're saying Tweakers is not dead then?
It's not dead.
Yeah.
Maybe it's dead for like the viral aspect of it, but in terms of a song in the ethos, I think the kids who like remember when it first went viral, next year they're gonna still rock with it.
Yeah.
They know the lyrics. It's pretty simple. It's pretty hype.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When's the last time you heard Tweakers?
I don't even care for it. I'm telling you the truth, brother. And
Because-
I'm not gonna.
You don't go out because you're out,
Yeah, I guess.
right? You're
a
playing
little
out.
bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
right? We're a man's in the crib.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we see it, it has to be like basically going through a
Yeah.
social media reel somewhere.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody using it in
Yeah.
for a dance or something.
Yeah.
When's the last time you heard? I don't even remember how it goes.
I might swerve in that corner. Whoa.
I haven't heard it in a minute, but I don't go out.
You know what's interesting? I got one Toronto Underground request for the first time in a minute from like a spring formal. Because back in the day, people would request like Pressa or Nav or King Money. Or now it's just Canada Goose.
Really?
And this song, keep in mind, these kids I'm DJing for probably born in like 2008,
Yeah.
2009. So that means they must have been like, what, 8 or 9 years old when Canada Goose dropped? You know what I'm saying? But they're like, yo, can you play Canada Goose?
It's their favorite song.
Yes.
guess,
Wow.
yeah.
17-year-olds are so. I'm wondering. I'm trying to think when the first time they heard it, and like they're like, "Yo, I'm still listening to it now," like in high school type shit, like or in like proms and shit.
Yeah, like it was probably already old by the time they got into high school. Like they must have been, like I said, like 8 or 9 or 10 years
Yeah,
old.
that's what I'm
But they
thinking.
remember it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like they heard it was. You know what? That's kind of crazy when you think about it, because you know how we have our entry points into hip hop, right?
Yeah.
I know my entry point would be maybe LL Cool J, I'm Bad, right? Seeing that on the TV back in the days, and I've told the story umpteen times. You know, old man always telling the same shit, right? But I remember seeing it. I was in Barbados. I was hella young, and I was looking at the little TV, and I don't even know what music video show that I was watching, right?
Yeah.
And then that video came on with LL Cool J jumping and bouncing around the room. Said, forget Oreos, eat Cool J cookies. I'm bad.
On.
With the Kango. And I was
Right.
like, oh, what is this music? Right?
I know.
Entry point for y'all.
I know mine, but
No, go.
mine easily Eminem.
Which song?
It was probably like The Real Slim Shady or My Name Is, but it was like 50 Cent, Eminem, and Kanye West. All of that came at once, but like I think the first song I actually remember hearing was Yeah by Usher. Like that was like the first urban song where I was like obsessed. I was like boom 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 boom. I'm like, yo, how do you think of that? Boom 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 boom. Oh, and I would go like, yo, what's that song? Do 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 do.
So how old are you at this point?
like 6 or 7 probably, or like
That's
something
crazy.
like that. Yeah.
Wow.
Dusty, what about you?
Oh man, I had some older cousins and uncles, but that were still in their teens,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I was hearing like Run DMC.
Holy.
Then I'd cross the street and I was hearing Funk Phenomenon by Redman. You know, so
yeah.
no more than 4 or 5. 4 or 5 really introduced to it, like where I was like trying to break dance outside with the guys in the neighborhood on the cardboards and stuff like that, like those ages.
You guys really seen hip hop evolve, man, because you guys probably heard they're like once upon a time not long ago, and now it's just like I might as well be in that corner. So you've seen the entire evolution.
That's
like
why it's kind of
Houdini,
Friends.
How many of us have them, right? But like that's why it boggles my mind when it's like, yo, your entry point into hip hop was Canada Goose. You know what I'm saying?
You think that guy made it up? You would think Pressa made up hip hop.
And last thing on this thing, because like it's weird because Tweakers is like something for the youngins, right?
I guess so.
We backtracked, all 3 of us, and we're from different generations, but we backtracked to hear, okay, this is what was happening before.
Yeah.
If your entry point is Canada Goose or Tweakers, are you backtracking to like, and we don't have to backtrack to the 80s or the 90s like us, like are you backtracking at least to like 2000 and early 2000s, or you don't even care about any of that shit?
That's a good question, because I feel like for some of them, Canada Goose is even like dated in a sense.
That's old school.
That's old school. And now when you ask kids like, yo, like they're like, yo, I want to hear old school. You're like, oh, like what? They'll be like, 50 Cent, Kanye West. and like for me, that's not old school. That's like quote unquote current, and old school for me was like Biggie, Tupac. Like
that's still not even old school for me.
And then for you guys, it's like
Run DMC,
NWA,
NWA.
Rakim.
Yes. So
Eric
it's like
B. Eric Sermon.
What do they not want to hear? I don't want to hear Successful from Drake. That's that old school shit.
No, they still like old Drake. They like Best I Ever Had. They still like Drop It Like It's Hot, Gold Digger.
Okay.
You know?
Because you're DJing.
Yeah, so I'm seeing what songs like they actually can sing along to.
It's like equivalent to like when new music came for us, and then they would play Rob Bass.
Yeah.
It takes 2 to make a thing. Like those were party records. You know what I'm saying? You want to hear that. In
and
somewhere.
that can still, and even into this day, I think you could still get away with playing It Takes 2 at a party with 16-year-olds.
They have to know the song.
Ooh.
If they don't know the song, they're gonna be looking around like, "What's this old head ass?"
They would,
But like,
that doesn't ring anymore.
No, that would.
I haven't played it.
You haven't played it,
but I play older songs, but they're not hip hop. Like Dancing Queen. Everyone goes
Dancing
off.
Queen still rings off.
Careless Whisper by George Michael.
Those are 80s and 70s
They
songs.
know these songs. Gimme a Man After Midnight. They know that song. They know Staying Alive. They know Rasputin.
Wow.
And that's like even before you guys were born. You know what I'm saying?
No, he ain't wrong, because when I had the studio, the Visionary Arts Center studio there downtown, I used to rent it out, and I can say it now. I used to rent it out for after hours, all types of shit. But also I used to rent it out, and sometimes, and I didn't like that, some of these kids there'd be kids that would rent it. Like they're doing a freaking prom party or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And I had a strict rule. Like they would lie, and then next thing you know, I'm like, where are all these youngins in this freaking place? But then at the end of the night, Dancing Queen. And I'm like thinking, I'm in the other room saying to myself, what the hell am I hearing in there?
Wow.
All these songs that Czar just named, I'm hearing them. And I'm like in the other room thinking to myself, why am I hearing songs from like my mom's generation playing? in the club or the party that the space I rented out with 16 and 17-year-olds.
But can you remember when you kind of went back too?
Not that far back.
No,
I used to be like, that shit is old. I don't want to hear that.
How far back would your generation take if you're at a party? Like, what throwbacks would they play? Like James Brown? Like, would they run a little
no,
90s
shit.
Maybe
90s.
And maybe you get a Michael
Jackson.
Prince, maybe. You get a Michael.
Yes. Those Michael Jacksons will always ring off.
Yeah.
And Prince.
Yeah.
But like those 80s, like just rock and white, everything, like just the pop stuff, a lot of those songs are still ringing off till today.
Yeah.
If you can play that shit at a party with 16 and 17-year-olds in like the 2020s, holy shit, man. Think about how much like royalty those people are getting for like all to this day.
And I think that should be the goal when you create music, is to have that effect. You don't want your music to just die with the times, you know?
Like,
you want to like surpass that.
Yeah, you want it to live on.
Like if like, and last thing on this, like if Tweakers or like Canada Goose, for example, as your entry moments into hip hop, now when they're like 40 years old, is that going to be what their go-to is to as like, yo, put on that Canada Goose. You remember when we were kids?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Delivery. Yes. What I will say, shout out B3 Studios. What I will say is I think by the time I'm like 50, if I hear Canada Goose, if I hear a Casper song or a King Money song, and it's still in my memory, I'm a feel nostalgic. I'm like, man, that brings me back to the good old days. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Or I think one of the songs, respect, brother.
Respect B3.
One of the songs that I think will be a dancing queen or Careless Whisper or whatever, like 20 years from now, in the club, 50 Cent.
It's still, I feel like it already is, because when you think about it, that song is like 20 years old.
Yes. Yeah.
Already.
Yeah.
So it's the equivalent of like if you're in the mid 2000s and you play an 80s song, that is the same distance. And they know, go shawty, it's your birthday.
Yes.
Because that is the universal, we have a birthday in the crowd tonight song.
Yes.
You know?
It's stuck now. It's just, it's not going anywhere forever.
For a few months, maybe a 1-2 year, you had that Kanye West 2 Chainz song where it's like, they ask me what I do and what I do it for.
Yeah.
All I want for my birthday. And but now it's just always 50 Cent in the club.
And it's your fucking birthday.
No, that's that goes down.
That didn't last.
That never
I hope
happened.
that goes down as one of the worst songs.
Ratchet Happy Birthday?
I hope it does.
Really?
I do.
I heard a 1-2 like
on,
baddies use it for their birthdays.
But that was on a great album.
It was.
That's the only thing, right? But I will say like this. That song, worst song of all time.
You didn't like it was like, it's an effing celebration.
I don't want to hear this. Every time it came on, I was like, yo, bro, this one, I don't know. Like, who told him to do this
it's
one?
An effing celebration.
No, we didn't name anybody. They got to guess. You know what I'm saying?
Who's going to love you on your worst day?
Yeah, we didn't name him yet.
Bear pain.
Yo, stop,
bro.
Who's going to love you on your worst day?
Oh, no. Know who had the best? Know who had the best happy birthday? Know who had the best happy birthday in the world?
Talk to me.
Tevin Campbell on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air to what's her name? Lisa, and she fainted. He had the best one. If you ever
happy birthday.
The way he sang it. That was the best.
I'm thinking of a different one.
Ever the best happy birthday I've ever heard.
Tevin Campbell on what now?
On Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
You're not talking about Happy Birthday, Lisa? That's
Simpsons. Even a good one. That's The Simpsons, but that's Michael Jackson.
That's MJ,
right? That's even a better one. What I'm
Lisa,
saying, when I'd rather hear those two over the one by that other guy.
I got you.
This one.
Happy birthday.
This is what he was trying to do. The other guy, light skin guy.
Yo, we're going in early, bro.
The light skin guy. He tried to do this. It's your fucking birthday. Right?
This can run still.
That's so sad.
We love hip hop.
Happy birthday.
Look at Ashley. She's just frozen.
Accepting it.
And these times he's not into girls.
I know, right?
Yo, you know what's so funny? Back in the day, like, a kid comes and sings happy birthday to a girl in a suit. It's like endearing. And I was like, yo, get this dweeb out of here.
Get this
nonsense out of here.
It's like, bro, you singing happy birthday to all her friends in a suit, fam? Like, go slide on someone.
Who's the guy in the suit?
There's hats to be collected.
Nuns?
This guy didn't get the dress code.
This guy's on nuns.
Okay, let's start the show off, man. I got some tunage for us here.
Jeez.
I thought that was a tune.
No.
I'm playing.
We could do a birthday medley if you want.
Yeah, this is the guy you're supposed to be playing, though.
Of course.
You already know that.
You know I'm on timing, bro.
You're on the best timing
I'm on
right now.
timing.
Yeah.
Jeez, man. Free Tory, man.
Free him.
Don't be saying that shit in private if you feel that way. Say it in public, man. You
Yeah,
know
man,
what I'm
free Tory.
saying?
Free Tory.
Free Tory.
Let's go, man.
It's backwards.
Let's get it popping, man. We are it's the world's most smoked out podcast. We love hip hop. I'm your host of the most toast Friday, Ricky Dread, aka Divisive Rick, aka Podcast Poppy.
Divisive Rick.
Holy.
You know that divisive Canadian guy there, man.
Yeah.
Public enemy number one, low key.
We back at it, episode 553. Yo, quick fast, we're usually on even numbers when we're doing these episodes over here, but we're on an odd number because we put out 3 episodes last week.
I know.
Talk about it.
Talk
about it.
Hold on. I'm
Where's
late
the
with my
siren?
sound effects, man. No, there we go.
No siren.
No, this is what I meant to do. 3 episodes in a week. We ain't doing that all the time though, so just chill. But yeah, man, we over here, B3 Studios. We got back from another formal behind the wheels of steel, doing his thing, playing the hits, you know what I'm saying? Running that ABBA, playing that A Careless Whisper.
Jeez.
We got DJ Czar in the motherfucking building.
Yes, sir. DJ Czar, aka Young Shawarma, aka Burrow Sound, growing back to Muzzy, back at it like a crack addict.
Let's go.
Yes, sir.
man.
What's good, boys?
Welcome back.
Yes, sir.
And we also got, you might have seen him on your TV screens, the mascot, big old chains. You might have seen him driving down the boulevard, rolling stupid hard. You know what I'm saying? We got Dusty Wallace in the motherfucking building.
Peace to the gods and goddesses.
Jeez.
You know what I'm
Welcome
saying?
back, brother.
Hey.
Peace.
Always in style, you know what I'm saying?
Just chilling, man. I'm just chilling today, man. Chilling, man.
Yo, man.
How are you?
Listen, man, I'm ecstatic, bro.
What-
I'm in content mode. I'm like, my pupils are dilated. And I'm like, just only on the grind right now.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
You're a mad man.
You're snapping.
Stay out of my way,
Stay out of his way,
man.
bro.
Fight your face off.
My ears and everything. Oh, bro. Biting off noses.
Yo, man.
Holy.
But before we get into it, let's do a quick salute to the sponsors, and
Okay.
then we'll get into our formalities. I want to give a big salute to Canna Cans and Diamond Club. Okay, Diamond Club is the carrier of Canna
Shout out.
Cans. If you want some of that freshness in those freshly sealed cans, or any other products, gummies, pens, vapes, anything that you need, hit them up on their Instagram page, Diamond Club _Ontario. Or you can find them at CannaCans_Canada. Use the code We Love Hip Hop and get yourself a fat discount. Also, if you want some of that Blemas, hit up Steamin' Hot Grabber. There's a bag of that Steamin' Hot Grabber on the table right there. They got delivery of that grabber all over the GTA, mad different flavors. Hit them up on their Instagram page, Steamin' Hot Grabber. Use the code We Love Hip Hop on their website and get yourself a little discount. Also, last but not least, for all my people in the Ottawa area and all my people in the GTA area, if you want same-day delivery of some of that loudest loud, you got to hit up Only Loud, okay? They got their own legacy blends as well as a bunch of different blends, like some of those fashionable blends under their umbrella. Make sure to hit them up on their Instagram page. That's Only Loud Canada. They're also on Snapchat, onlyloud.ca, as well as Telegram. Tell them that We Love Hip Hop Boys sent you. You know what I mean? Gentlemen, how was y'all weeks? You know what I'm saying? Like, you told me you were been out there doing your work and stuff like that.
Yeah. I had a spring formal, I guess, the other day, and then yesterday, Price the Boss and them threw like a little event. So I went there, showed face. You know what I'm saying?
Salute.
Did a little outreach, showing that Burrow Sounds outside. You know what I'm saying? Mingle with the people. You know what I'm saying? It was really cool, man. It's good to see that a lot of people are still out here trying to keep the essence of hip hop alive. There's a community of creators and content creators all, I guess, trying to network and grow.
Yeah.
So shout out to them for throwing that event, Price the Boss, 220s on the beat.
Salute.
Prince Beats Media, all those guys. It was pretty sick still, I can't lie. I did get recognized from this pod, I would say. You know what I'm saying? And everyone knows Dusty Wallace too, so you know, I'm surdy just by sitting next to this guy. You know what I'm saying? people don't want to mess with me because they seen him beside me on the pod. If I was in this seat, it'd be different. But it's like, because he's right beside me, it's like
you don't get the side eye Friday.
It's like, no, yo, he knows Dusty. Oh,
yeah, he's good. Let him in. Let him in still.
That was proper.
No, that's dope, man. That's dope. And what about you, Dusty? How's your week been?
Same thing, man. Just grinding, trying to become a business tycoon.
Yes, sir.
Got the academy starting up.
Nice,
right?
nice,
But
nice,
you already
nice.
know what's up, but I don't want to get too much into it. But yeah, just on my tycoon shit.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
As far as myself, you know, just on a quick fast right now, y'all been seeing, I've been putting out content. The K Money interview's out right now. Go run it up. The Twy interview that dropped on Thursday on a regular scheduled program, that's going crazy. You know, run it up if y'all are super, especially if you're invested in that whole Moolah First story and everything that's going on. Go run that up. But I got a chance to speak to Layla Day, Double M, and Taylor G last night.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah. They got a super
that
dope
song,
track, Attention.
But the Layla Day?
Yeah, Layla Day.
Her tune. She has a single that's out on radio that's killing the place.
Yeah. She's on fire right now, man.
Whew.
And it was good to have a conversation with the ladies and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Somebody's paying for my mistakes. Sorry, that's how it goes.
That's how it goes?
That's how it goes. That's
Hold on,
so
I'll pull it
crazy.
up.
It's wicked.
Are they the strongest female group in Toronto history in that sense?
They're not a group necessarily, but they're getting a lot of people asking them to be a group.
Yeah, they could be like a female slaughterhouse in a way.
It's just the one song that has everybody like, yo, what's going on? Like, what's the, are you all a group? Or are you a group? Is it this one right here?
She's a mill. This on the radio? You're saying Attention.
She got a song on the radio, man. It goes, somebody's paying for my mistakes. Something like, yeah, I just know I always hear it and I like it.
Yeah, they're doing their thing.
Yeah.
Do you remember, like, I think it was like 3 or 4 years ago, there was like this female slaughterhouse in Toronto. It was like Hawaii Mighty.
The sorority.
The sorority.
Yeah.
This is like the first. You're saying they're not a group officially.
Not a group. They just have the one song. So that, you know, they're getting a lot of attention as a group from the one song, but they're not necessarily a group. But I interviewed, and besides the K Money interview that I did do this week, I didn't do it last week and put it out this week. I did it this week and put it out this week.
Yeah.
I got to do an interview with a gentleman who's a tow truck company owner.
First there was 4 companies, then there was 6 companies, then there was 8 ignorant companies, then there was 10 ignorant companies. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it just evolved, and it's not always about the towing. I may be in the business, and a man may come in the business that I know from 4, 5, 10 years ago, and at the end of the day, it's bum this guy, bro. Me and this guy, we're quarrels for life.
And I'll play a little bit of it later on in this episode here, where we could discuss some of it, because I have it here. I have my hard drive here. I don't have it uploaded yet.
You didn't do it here though. Like
no.
You did it.
Was on. We did it virtually.
And
then I had to do a voice pitch changer on the shit.
Holy
so it's been taking a little bit longer for me to finish the edit. But the stories that this man has been telling me, not just the stories, but like just because I asked him everything that I wanted to know about this man.
Yeah.
Like everything. Like, where does the money go? How much money is made? Why are men shooting each other? Is the mafia involved? Like, I asked everything I could, bro.
Yeah.
And I got everything, bro.
You got the whole deal.
We're hour long, bro.
I need to hear this now. Send it to me later, bro. Come on, let me get the exclusive.
I'm gonna upload it at some point before. While people are watching this, it'll be already uploaded.
Yeah.
But I'll send it to you guys before I
bro,
put it in the member section.
That's one I'm gonna eat. I'm
Exclusive.
gonna sit down and roll up and be like, whoa.
I'm actually excited
Yes.
for that one.
Yes.
Whoa. I'm
And-
actually really excited.
And you
for
know,
that
it always hits home when the voice is like Darth Vader. It's
Yeah.
like, what I realized is that when I was in the toy industry. And Friday's like, so what happened, bro? It's like, I don't really want to talk about it.
That's exactly how it is, man. Oh man.
If I tell you-
Madness.
So look out for that coming soon, man.
Jeez.
But let's get into some of these topics, man.
Discover Cans, where quality meets innovation. With over 24 premium strains, each carefully sealed in our signature cans for maximum freshness. We're redefining the cannabis experience. Trusted Canada-wide for consistency and reliability. We deliver the product you deserve. Elevate your expectations and explore the difference with Cans. You can find Cans on Instagram at @Cans_Canada, or you can find them on the Diamond Club page, DiamondClub_Ontario. Make sure to use the code WeLoveHipHop on the way out and get yourself a little discount. Salute to the sponsors. Cheer!
I have one topic that's not like a trending topic, but I guess it kind of is. The thoughts on the Kendrick Lamar backlash.
Like your backlash.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Bro, salute to anybody on Twitter. Salute. I've been trying to build up my Twitter page, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I sparked up a shitstorm while trying to build up the page. Not even on some trying to get some traction shit. Just I use Twitter to give my real feelings off, right?
Yeah.
I can tweet, I can post a picture or a video, or I could just get my shit off in 280 characters. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I did the panel, the Culture United panel, salute to Justin Hunt, the company man, with DJ Head, Curtis King, Gina Views, and Wayno. This is weeks
Curtis
ago
King
now.
was there too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is weeks ago now. It's crazy that we're talking about this week, because after that, I did a live stream
Mm-hmm.
reacting to it.
Yeah.
And I started seeing, okay, there's things that I didn't notice in the time when I was in the stream.
Yeah.
In the conversation I was having with DJ Head.
Mhm.
Oh, so you didn't really notice how they were being condescending?
Listen, I've been told that nobody was trying to be condescending with me, but that's how I felt
Mhm.
afterwards.
Mhm.
Not in the moment. And I want to make that clear. In the moment, I wasn't feeling like somebody was being condescending to me, and I'm just too pussy to say something. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that's what the audience, some of the backlash that I'm getting.
Yeah.
They're like, why didn't you have that same energy? Like as if I had that energy and I was just too scared because, like we're virtual. Like nobody's gonna punch me.
You through the screen? Like, gonna ghost dad you?
Yeah, so it's like whatever, you know what I'm saying? Or I'm not such a dick rider that I'm afraid to offend somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I have something's on my chest, I'll say it. But it wasn't on my chest at the time.
Yeah.
When I'm watching back the replay, I'm like, even if I'm wrong, okay?
Yeah.
When I'm watching back the replay, that's what I noticed. And I did a reaction to that. I posted it on Twitter. And it did okay. People were responding to it, and they were not completely in agreement with me. That's when I started to get why didn't you have the same energy?
Yeah. From the girl?
From multiple people were saying,
Yeah.
why didn't you have that same energy with DJ Head
Mhm.
off of my clip that I posted on Twitter?
Yeah.
So then, and I'm giving y'all a proper explanation for this. The way that the audience was on my neck, yo, da-da-da-da, and a lot of them are super Kendrick fans. Like,
Yeah.
they're speaking in Kendrick bars and all that. That's when I said, and giving well, it's because you're Canadian, you're not like us, you didn't understand, da-da-da-da-da. That's when it prompted me to make that tweet, right? That tweet that I think we spoke about it last week,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So from there, it kept on going.
I know, tumbleweeded.
Like
The tumbleweeded in the Friday.
yes, and salute to Curtis King. He made a video on it. A few other people made videos on it too, but I didn't get to see those videos. You know what I'm saying? But
Mhm.
like, it just started evolving into something else.
I watched the Curtis King.
Yeah, bro. Here's the problem.
Hmm.
It's not just the K-bots anymore. It's the Drake fans too.
Oh, they on your head top too?
Yes.
The OV. I don't want to say hoes, but like
no,
how
the
they call them.
OVHOs. Those are OVHOs,
Oh,
and this is
fuck.
why I realized why the KBarbz call those people OVHOs.
Yeah.
And maybe sometimes call us that if they feel that we're one of those type of people.
No.
We're not.
No, don't get it twisted.
And that's why I get offended, because I'm like, I'm not like y'all.
Yeah.
Because now I realize who the OVHOs are.
Ooh, who are they?
If you say something anti-Drake, or not anti-Drake, but like just not super pro-Drake, I had my rant about how these guys don't have, I'll pull it up.
No, I seen it.
Okay.
It was a nice 30-minute rant.
Not that rant. It might be there was a clip from it that was probably like a couple of minutes where it was like I really not lost my cool, but I just went off on both parties.
Where you explained about a certain member not being in the group, like on the label. Correct?
Okay, here it is. And this is off the repost. This is the actual post, all right?
Okay.
So the post says here, you can call me a Drake Glazer all you want. This is what objectivity looks like. It was supposed to say, right? Weirdos. And I even corrected myself. Looks like fucking weirdos.
Oh my gosh. Freedom of speech on X, eh? Freedom of speech is just so allowed on X.
I love
Find a way to twist this around and misconstrue it to make it look like I'm hating on my peoples, bro. I love them niggas, yo. Them niggas hold me down, put me in platforms and put me in places where I got to be having conversations with people I never thought I'd be able to speak to before. Right? But if you leave it to niggas like this weirdo over here, he'd be like, yo, Justin, you probably DM the nigga.
That's still on the KBarbz, but then when I switched it around and started talking about the lack of OVO interviews.
Alone.
Okay, right here.
Oh yeah, we got it set up this date, this time. Crazy. That he's like, yo, I'm gonna go around and get my promotion. I'm gonna go do my interviews. I'm gonna do everything I need to do to
My bad.
seen an OVO artist on the We Love Hip Hop
Right.
network. Big salute to my brother 40. He gave me 15 minutes. Pause. Okay? I interviewed Smiley before the ink dried. But after the ink dried, crickets. Roy Woods, crickets. TV Gucci, not signed to the label. And TV Gucci's doing his thing independent so crazy that he's like, yo, I'm going to go around and get my promotion. I'm going to go do my interviews. I'm going to do everything I need to do to get my shit up. Because they're not doing it for him, bro.
We're in trouble, guys.
And he's around that nigga every day.
Salute to TV Gucci. That's my
Salute
bro.
Big up TV Gucci.
Then.
Jane Street.
Majid Jordan,
Mm-mm.
was supposed to interview them. What happened? Oh, they canceled.
That kid.
All right, cool. Division, same thing.
Sam Ting.
Yeah, we got it set up this date, this time. We'll do it virtually.
Don't get me pissed all over again.
They can't make
No,
it.
no,
We're
get
gonna have to
pissed.
go. We'll get back to you. Oh.
I'm gonna stop this. I'm a
I said,
freaking-
like yo.
So look at these comments here, man, and you can tell which ones are the ones who are the OVHOs
Yeah.
by they have dollar signs and hearts and things in their thing. You be moving shaky as F. That's why they don't F with you. Stop moving like a weirdo. Suck my dick. Yeah, there's a lot of these, man. You basically answered your own question with this right here.
The champagne sloppy fans are on your head top.
This could have been an email. Shut up.
Wow.
Drake and OVO should never acknowledge your platform, not for the good of Canada, just clicks. You bashed them with the enemies like a goof.
They use the word that can get mans them punched in their noggin, bro.
And it's
What?
a girl too.
And it's a girl too, dog. She's crossing the line.
Oh, and what's her name? Kiki. Do you love me? Are you riding?
Yo,
Like,
this is taunting.
no, but bro, just, you know how I've had my rants about these KBarbz and their Abbies be Kendrick Lamar and their names be Not Like Us, or, you know, Let the Party Die. The OVHOs are just as bad.
I can't believe I'm having this conversation right now.
No, this is a
It's
terrible
crazy.
position to be in.
Crazy.
Because yo, you know what I'm realizing, right? I feel like a lot of the West Coast haters see We Love Hip Hop as an extension of Drake.
Yeah.
But it's really quite the opposite
Opposite way,
because
bro.
Friday has his own
Opinions.
qualms with the OVO camp in terms of, participation. And
Yeah.
it's not like there's a
Yeah.
lot of collabs.
Yeah,
but
I
it's
never
like,
hit this. Yeah.
but like the weight of like the Drake situation's on your back from a media perspective.
Mhm.
Everyone else from the outside sees you as just like Drake's mouthpiece.
Yeah.
But in reality,
I'm
Drake,
not act.
yo,
Yeah,
like,
you're not act. You're not act.
Yeah,
now
yeah.
you're getting it from the Drake the Drake fans and the Kendrick fans at this point.
Dude, I never realized how crazy it is to get attacked by Drake
Bro,
fans.
it feels like a bad dream. Like, you know what I mean? Like they're popping out the screen and your dream now it's just gonna eat you alive, bro.
You
But
know
I
what-
kind of like it though.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You know
They're
what's so funny? I feel like the Drake OVOHs
The-
or what?
I don't know.
the champagne sloppies.
I don't know what they call themselves.
Champagne sloppies.
But I know what people call them. They call them the OVOHs, champagne sloppies,
Yeah.
right? But I don't know what they call themselves.
They're kind of like snarky and like gaslighting in a way. Like they're almost like trying to be like Drizzy or something where it's like
Yeah.
you said this and this, that.
And it
That's
almost,
why.
it almost made me feel like, yo, does this person live next door to you, Doc?
I'm like, is this Drizzy on a burner?
I know, right?
Like, does the person live next door to us? Like, how?
Their OVO man's burner account.
Gods and shit. They called man goofs and things. Like, yo, bro, like, hey.
No, there's a few. There's another
Yeah,
one.
how do you know?
Well, I bet 8 of these accounts are Roy Woods. Like, well, when can I release my music? It's like, yo, do the internet thing first. And he has like 8 accounts.
Oh,
Kiki
no.
187.
He's definitely not coming here now.
George Alvernia, bro. Who are these fake ass accounts? Nah,
Look at this
okay.
one right here. Okay, what is this chilling out? He says, why don't don't pay attention to this goof. Being a Drake supporter means you support arguably the greatest artist. It's okay. What the F? Laugh out loud.
That
No,
didn't make
bro,
any
that's-
sense to me.
But no, I think it made sense to me. He found a way, like, don't listen to this idiot.
Yeah.
Support the man no matter what, because if you're supporting him, you're supporting the greatest artist.
Yeah, but how many likes did he get for that? For even saying that? None.
None.
Nothing.
Yeah, so make him go on. Wait, go easy. Just
He
sit
tried
on,
to
boy.
glaze and diss me at the same
Yeah,
time.
trying to glaze and diss at the same time. You got no likes for that. Get out of here, buddy. You have to come straight. Come with the heat for us if you want some likes.
But based on what I saw from the culture panel, like there was coded language used with you. And I do think for a lot of Americans, it's easy from like a mob mentality perspective to be like, oh, let's just doggy pile on Friday, pause.
Yeah,
but like,
yeah.
because it's like there's more of them. So they just have the population numbers.
Mm.
There's more Kendrick fans for them, like in their area. So
Yeah.
it's like an obvious argument or obvious diss to be like, well, you guys are Canadian, you'll never get it.
Yeah.
Like, even though that's not what they said, that's how they were speaking to
I
you.
felt like that's what was being insinuated.
That's what I felt too.
And I already put my apology, so I'm not going to do it again, just because. And the apology I had, just to be specific, was not having the same energy. But it's kind of hard for me to stand on that complete apology because I didn't have the same energy because I didn't have that energy.
Yeah, but what you felt was that it's a divisive tool that was used against in the hip hop scene.
The most
Yes.
divisive song.
The
Yeah.
most divisive song, and that's a little bit just, that's extra sauce, I guess, if you can call it that. But like, I can understand what people are saying on one side where they're like, yo, there's people all over the world using this as their war cry or their song to be like, you're not like us. So somebody can play this in Thailand and be like, you're not like us people from Thailand.
Mm.
And somebody can play it in India and be like, you're not like us. I get that. So it's not divisive in that way. But as far as the people who are right above you, right upstairs, even though they're playing it here too, you know what I'm saying? People are going to be like, well, they played in Canada. It was #1. I know.
for 2 days.
But they don't care about Drake. There's bare people who don't like Drake over here neither.
Yeah.
It's not they're super Kendrick fans. They're people who never liked Drake.
Yeah, period.
You know what I'm saying?
And
And the song is super popular.
Yeah.
It's a freaking top 40 song, so you're going to hear it everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you know what I found interesting, what Curtis King said? It was like, oh, well, I'm sure there are Canadian people that understand that Kendrick was just dissing Drake. We weren't dissing all of you guys, right?
That's
Now,
bullshit.
why would Kendrick accept his Grammy Award in what's known as a Canadian tux?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Which is the jean jacket with the jeans, Like, that is very intentional. DeRozan line, you know what I'm saying? That reference, that's about us. That's not about Drake per se.
Yeah.
So
like, y'all didn't deserve him neither. Y'all didn't deserve him neither. He didn't say you, Drake, didn't deserve him neither. He said y'all. Who's y'all?
Us.
Yeah, and you know what makes us look like goofies?
And hold on. But why didn't we deserve him neither? Why didn't we deserve DeRozan neither? Is it because he's from Compton? Or is it because he's up there in Canada? Y'all didn't deserve him neither. Like, both. Where's the why? Like, we can be, it was just a lyric, but why didn't we deserve him?
Because he never got to bring home a championship back to Compton being in Toronto.
Yes, but...
And then he left and we got one.
Yeah, right away.
Okay, so... You know what? I don't even want to deep dive. You go.
You deep dive. No,
because like if he wasn't traded to where did he go? To Sacramento, I think after.
San Antonio.
Yeah, San Antonio.
Bro, he's not even in. So it proves my point. They didn't even sign him to a team that's in California.
No.
So when he says y'all didn't deserve him neither, it wasn't like he came back to California and we got him back. You know what I'm saying? It's y'all didn't deserve him neither. Let him be in the States, anywhere but Canada.
Anywhere but Canada.
I kind of wish like the Canadian fan base stood on business a little more, because imagine being able to diss a whole country and then sell out 3 shows in that country. You know what I'm saying? And like, obviously you didn't mention Canada by name in that sense, or Toronto in that sense, but all the bars that were insinuated. And then guess what? We're going to pay our hard-earned money to sell out the Scotiabank Arena for you 2-3 nights in a row after you saying y'all didn't deserve DeRozan either, after accepting the Grammy Awards and a Canadian tux.
Yes.
Like, he's creating a beef that wasn't there. And now it's almost like, bro, like you are kind of making us look bad in a sense. Like, Kendrick.
He's making us look bad.
Not
two
everybody.
Americans, like, yo, two like low IQ Americans where pop culture and Hollywood is their source of information. Now they just associate Canada with not like us, with soft, with Drake, with lawsuits.
Yeah. So it's more like Drake making us look soft.
And it's not only the low IQ ones, people very high IQ feel the same way too. And it makes it look where when we're playing it, and I'm not saying don't play it here, but when we're playing it, he's packing out stadiums or whatever. Technically, it's going over those people's heads, or they don't care. You know what I'm saying?
A lot of percentage of those ticket sales are white kids, white people.
Yes, but even same way, they're getting dissed, right?
They don't care about that.
When people look at it from the outside, it makes us look super soft, bro. Because you're getting dissed on the song, and you guys are still playing the shit out there, bro. But these guys don't even catch that, bro. They're not catching what we're catching.
But then it goes back to what you said, though. But he made the most divisive like song, like that can divide a whole.
Yeah, but divisive to who?
So
the ones who notice the bars, or there's a bunch of people who don't notice or don't care?
I think a lot of people by now have noticed that that song is meant for their hometown guy. If they're in Canada, they know that song is meant for Drake. So I'm saying they're not being divided by a song, because they're still gonna go and check out his show 3 nights in a row.
Yeah.
So I think it's more of the Americans that are being divided when it comes to them not wanting to be down with us. You kind of see what I'm saying?
Yes.
We're cool. We cool with everybody, dog, and that's good. The most of the top selling artists in the world are Canadian.
That's kind of low key fact still.
Yeah, because
but there's nothing
They don't wanna be-
distinctly Canadian about their music. Like, they make global music, like The Weeknd, Justin Bieber, Drake. Like, maybe Drake, you could argue, and The Weeknd have some like sprinkle of Toronto in their songs, but like Justin Bieber makes like global music that's like, you wouldn't be able to tell that's Canadian stylistically.
but he's still a Canadian.
Facts.
No matter what.
No
matter what. It doesn't matter if an American writer was writing it, they still needed that Canadian artist to put it out there.
Yeah.
And to make their bag.
And, you know, I don't want to get into a Canadian versus Americans in entertainment.
Yeah.
But we got a lot of actors that have been running shit for a long time.
Very long.
Even though he's not in people's best graces right now, what's his name? Ryan Reynolds. Right? He's one of us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Big time.
Mike Myers, all these guys from Time that were like
Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey, like running the entertainment scene, running movies and shit like that.
Biggest
like,
deals.
Yes.
Deals.
Seth Rogen. I feel like we have a higher percentage of great entertainers for our population.
Yes.
Like America obviously has more entertainers, but when we're talking about cream of the crop, like we're able to have our guys in that conversation despite us having 10 times less people.
Yeah, Eugene Levy.
Eugene.
Mhm.
Even Tom Green was up there.
Tom Green.
He was married to Drew Barrymore at one point.
Yeah, bro.
I don't know. I feel like this kind of brought awareness to Americans that even Canadian black culture isn't the same as FBA culture.
It's not going to be, and it will never be, because of the fact of Canadian culture is an Afro-Caribbean, right? American culture is Aboriginal American when it comes to the black. It's not the ones you thinking. It's the real Indian is really the person with the copper skin, which is a black melanated man.
But they have like quote unquote native Indians or like Aboriginals.
That's native. Aboriginal is really them, the FBA.
Really?
Yeah. Native is the ones that came as the Mongolians, the mix with the Mongolian, the ones who look a little bit more Asian.
Yeah.
That's the native. But the ones who are Aboriginal, who are the Indians, it's really the FBA people. You can trace it back to like before like 1500s, bro. Those people, those American people in like South Dakotas and like those, they were black people already there. It's just that whatever went down before they got put into slavery.
But then they also have Afro-Americans, right, from Africa?
Afro-American, yeah, but that was made. That was created to like kind of like we've been through many names, Afro, Negro. You know what I'm saying? And certain things like to identify us, because they always had to make it like kind of fool them that they're not from there, but they were there. Right? So there's a fine line between that shit. Like I don't even really want to get too, you know, that shit's creepy. But you know,
but even with this the transatlantic slave trade that happened, right?
Yeah.
Are we not part of that too, though? Because we're not all of us, because a lot of us are products of people who come from the Caribbean. Even though the Caribbean is a product of slavery too. There's slaves that all those slaves came from Africa.
Yeah.
So whether they're in the Caribbean or the people who went into America and then escaped, and the runaway slaves that came up and went through Nova Scotia and all that,
yeah, but
we're all part of the slave trade too.
Here, we're low key. Here had slavery too.
Yes.
If you go back, no, it was a no around here too.
Yeah. So like when people have the FBA argument of Canadian and you guys don't understand, I've had debates in the comments and stuff like, you know, like we are where the slaves escaped to. There's a place called Africville in Nova Scotia.
Yeah.
There's lineage that comes from slavery.
Yeah.
From American slavery that people talk about. You know what I'm saying? That trickles all the way up to Canada. So it's when we get that not like us, I'm like, are you sure?
But I do feel like we're not like them in that sense, because the original culture is from there and then it kind of got exported here. Like we are trying to emulate their hip hop culture.
The whole world does. The whole world does.
So it's kind of like, imagine like pizza originated in Italy and then like we are like the Indian pizza or whatever. Like we still got the tandoori chicken on our pizza. It still emulates pizza, but it's not that same level of authenticity.
Yeah, I get it. I get that.
You know?
I get that. Yeah. And also that's very prevalent when it comes to like entertainment. You know what I'm saying? We're not making up our own entertainment. We're using American entertainment,
very much
doing
so.
our own version.
But most of the world, like you look at cinema, you look at music, pop music, like a lot of it is inspired by American pop culture.
Yes.
That's like one of their biggest exports, really, besides like, I guess, firearms and all that other stuff, and war is culture and language.
They have more culture than a lot of places in the world, right? So I would say like even down to the music, jazz, rock and roll, all that was created right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? By the slave trades and the slave, like, you know what I'm saying? The people who were in slavery. But you got to remember, a lot of FBA also weren't slaves. There was a lot of free people walking around.
Eventually, not the whole time.
No.
From the beginning?
In the beginning, because
like the Moors?
No, yeah, like no, the people who are the FBA, the Aboriginal, the original man. Some of them are like they were put in more of the Indian, right? Because you got people who are mixed with Cherokee and certain tribes, bro, that are like they weren't considered Negro. See what I'm saying?
Like they would have slaves too. Some of those
or no, they helped
natives.
them or whatever. Yes, that too. But it's different. Like I don't know. I wasn't there, but from what I've gathered, not all FBA like lineage is from the slave trade because they were already there. And that's their fight against America because they're like, where's our acres and a mule? You know what I'm saying? Because I was not a slave. My and then you got some like my great grandmother was a slave.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? There was okay. I'll tell you this. There's a story. I'll go look it up and I'll send it to you guys. There's a story of a black slave master also from America. There was even Korean ones, Chinese ones. Okay, they were already traveling the world, coming to America and getting with the times. Those times, right? Because that's where the money was, the cash. Remember, a lot of these people didn't know how to make harvest the land. So what did they need? They needed the black people who were already there who knew how to do it. So what would you do? I'm going to put you into free work because they lost the wars over lands and stuff like that. It's a long story, but
y'all getting deep.
Yeah, it's deep, but you'll figure it out once you go on in life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, listen, man. I salute to the fans, both Kendrick fans and the Drake fans.
Yeah.
It's weird because I like both of their music. So it's like for the people to be on both fan bases to be attacking me, I'm like, there's no home. I have no home, man.
Yeah. No, you won't. Because they're trying to make you. They're trying to like you have to pick a side.
No.
They're trying to make you pick your side.
No, I refuse.
I get you. But right now, like I said before, America's going through a sovereign war. So a type of guy that they want to see on their billboards and in their is a guy like Kendrick right now.
Right.
He on that fight the power shit. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, that's kind of bullshit too, fam. America not as a whole doesn't want to see Kendrick Lamar be their guy. The Kendrick fans and people who are invested in this whole, who are real hip hop heads and all that, they want to see that. The average freaking person, they don't care. And they want to see like Taylor Swift or somebody.
Yeah.
And if they had to pick between Kendrick and Drake, they're probably just going to pick Drake because it's just easier. So? Yes, because it's the average person who just drives around, who listens to top 40 radio, respectfully. They're not trying to listen and think and all that. They just want to hear some cool songs.
I think you need to go take a trip really to America where you'll see that.
Bro, I don't even need to take a trip
bro,
there, bro.
You know what you'll see? I'm just going to give you some knowledge real quick. A lot of even white America listens to the hardest rap. So to them, Drake is not hard, bro. They'll listen to some Kendrick.
I'm not thinking about the people who are listening to hard rap. I'm thinking of people who just listen, who don't care about rap like that. They just put on top 40 radio, and if you're going to have somebody who's taking over the game, Kendrick's not going to be their first choice.
You think so?
It's going to be like Bad Baby or Bad Bunny or whatever or something else.
She beefing with what's his name's daughter? Right?
No, I'm not talking about the
Alabama.
I'm talking about the Spanish guy. I'm talking about
Bad Bunny.
People that are like
Bad
way out of the hip hop sphere. They don't care. They're not invested.
Yeah, and there was also a big portion of the population who felt like Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl performance was like anti-white. Like they were feeling that it was too pro-black for the Super Bowl. And we have to remember, America's still a majority white country.
That's what they probably in the stats make you believe because people were forced. I'm gonna be real.
Oh, come on, man.
Well, I think there are slower birth rates right now, so maybe it's changing.
No, I know.
But if we are to just accept the stats, like middle America, like random ass spots in Oregon and stuff where it's like we might not even hear their opinion, but behind closed doors, they're like, I like Kendrick Lamar, but that was too pro-black for what I wanted to see in the Super Bowl.
And America is mostly white, bro. It's not like a conspiracy that America has a mostly white population, bro. It's just there. You can see it. Like,
we'll see. Nah, Dusty knows something we don't.
There's urban areas that obviously have more higher populations of black people.
Yeah.
But then you can go for miles and miles in America where it's just bare whites.
They're not breeding. They're all dying. They're not breeding.
They're not breeding as much. Yeah, they have lower
the Hispanics are there. We're like, bro, you crazy? We're like, we're up there.
So you're saying that it's like a 50-50 whites now?
There's less. And they're breeding with us more. They're breeding more with the Hispanic Mexicans more. What do you think they wanted their Trump on their asses, taking away the DEIs and all that? He needs it's for them.
Yeah.
Come on, man. I ain't tripping, man. I'm watching what's going on. So I can stay calm enough to know that, that place is filled with people that don't look like them. And what used to happen to them, like, example, there's people in my family that are Italian, but they don't look Italian. They look very dark, and they look half breed,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And when they came here, what did they get put down as? White. But in their mind, they're just Mediterranean. They're very dark people. You know, they don't feel they're white at all. So I can see where the trading comes into place, where they'll make you be this color.
Yeah.
But really, do you kid comes from Iraq now? Is he really white?
Yeah.
He could be.
But then that means he's Germanic, right?
But the thing is, like, race is so real in America, but in reality, it's not. In America, it's
the only
everything.
place it's real. You go to South Africa, you're considered a colored man. You're not considered a black man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's where certain people. That's where the only place you'll see that type of shit is in America, bro.
Yeah.
And it's been there since the beginning of time. Because I don't know where they got it from, that type of thing. But
fam, we're not black. We're Caribbean.
To them, yeah.
Yeah. Because we're not, to an American person, black means black American, A.W.O.L or American descendants of slaves, like it's very specific. It doesn't just mean, we're melanated, we black.
No.
You know
But
what
I'm
I'm
okay. They could keep that word black. Black means dead. So they could keep that. I'd rather be just called a Caribbean melanated man than if you want to not consider me black, go ahead.
Yeah.
Like, kudos to you.
There's people who get that technical, like, technically y'all ain't black. Like, academics ain't black. Because he's from Jamaican. He's one of them Jamaican guys. He ain't black.
Yeah, okay, cool. He's a Moor. Whatever.
Mm-hmm. So it be like that. But listen, man. Once again, salute to both fan bases.
Salute.
Fall back or stand down.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, man. Can we go to get a little local for a second?
Let's go.
Oh yeah.
That K-Money interview dropped.
Jeez.
It's been going kind of crazy, but there's been points that people have been going crazy on. One, the whole story at the Raptors game and stuff like that. Like, do you think that he took a W with this interview? Because he came to clear it up, but then there's still people in the comments who don't believe it.
I think it was a W to pull up to the interview.
I'm never gonna say it wasn't, right?
What's the content?
But from the audience standpoint, like, I'm seeing some people on Reddit and different places, Twitter, more like Reddit and Instagram, right? They're not convinced.
They're not amazed.
They're amazed, but they're not convinced. And I'm like, what does it take to convince you guys out here, bro?
We don't believe you. You need more people.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought it was W marketing for him. He kind of took control of the narrative to an extent. One, by like having the larger reach, perhaps. I don't know if him or Top 5 have more followers, but he pulled up to the pod and he made a lot of news in that sense from a local perspective. Everyone's reposting it. People are remembering that K-Money is like an entertaining individual. Like, he knows how to speak with an interviewer. He knows how to conduct himself. It seems like he's gained wisdom from serving time. You know what I'm saying? Understanding that, all these other young kids should learn from me, especially if you're doing this rap stuff. Like, seize the moment. Don't fall into the streets, maybe don't do certain drugs, for sure. So I thought it was a good move by him. He's gonna have his haters regardless.
Yeah.
But he dealt with the rat allegations well. I feel like when he mentioned the thing where it's like anything that you have to do with in jail is gonna have you in their picture with like the jumpsuit and everything.
Yeah.
Police on that shit, my nigga. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
And then they have my jail, like my police station mugshot. Like, when you've been to jail before, right?
Yeah.
So when you go to the station, you get in the station, they give you a mugshot. You know what I'm trying to say? That's your mugshot when you go to court and shit. When you go to jail though, when you enter the jail building, you get a jail mugshot. Yeah. That's the mugshot that's going to be on any jail paperwork, on anything that has to do with you while you're in jail. Inside of that jail,
you'll have the pumpkin suit on.
That you'll have the suit on, and you'll have the background with the height.
Yes.
You know what I'm trying to say? You'll have the actual remand center background picture on your fucking paperwork.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? That shit never had none of that. It just had the one most viral. I have a bunch of mugshots. The police have so many mugshots of me. You know what I'm trying to say?
No, you can find that on Google.
So I was like, okay, like that's kind of valid,
Yeah, because he's been going through it for a while. We've been reporting on like his ups and downs in the game, and you've heard me say over and over again, just drop. And now he's back. He signed a deal. You mentioned that in the interview.
6-figure deal.
Right?
Toronto artist.
can he get back to where he was before? I kind of feel like I'm answering my own question because he's kind of there already.
He's there, bro. He is there. He just needs one more like mega anthem. But and obviously there is a portion of the audience that will just never rock with him based on who he is. Maybe they don't rock with Casper. Maybe they don't rock with the brothers. Or maybe they don't. You know what I'm saying? Like there's endless reasons.
Yeah.
But bro, what other Toronto rappers right now can get a 6-figure deal for one album?
For one album.
It's not like he's locked into a 360. This is one album. Here's, I don't know, however much, hundreds of thousands.
Yeah. And he said back catalog too.
Back catalog, you know, he had like the rock star look, you know what I'm saying? The rock star attitude. So I feel like he, as a brand, he's still viable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And who else, man? You know,
Mula?
Everybody's messed up right now, bro. Nobody can drop. They're either in jail, they're dealing with charges. Like, fam, as far as like that part of the scene, I'm not going to dismiss the rest of the rappers who are out there doing their thing. So calm down, okay? But the drill scene or the hardcore underground scene, ain't that much left, bro. The scene's thin out, Retchin. Everybody's gone, bro. It's a ghost town.
Run that X-Files.
Bro, think about it. It's literally a ghost town from the generation that they came from. Crickets, bro. They're all gone, dog.
This is exactly what happened when I was younger watching basketball. When the LeBron Jameses, the Dwayne Wades, the Chris Bosches, as they're nearing the end of the career, you see the new superstars emerge.
Yes.
That's what and Sav and the Team East, they're about to go on like a whole tour.
Yes.
You know, across
They're
Ontario.
Yeah.
And bro, they're getting American traction. Like I go on my For You page, Americans are jamming out not only to Sav 4X, they're jamming out to remixes of Sav 4X's track by Push Keys. They're like, oh, Toronto has these like drill disses now, and it's like Push Keys on the Clippers beat, on the same beat Sav went on, you know? And this is a random American. So it's like they're starting to tap into that generation because maybe they can relate to it more. But you're right, from the other generation, the one before it, K-Money, Casper, I do feel like Pressa kind of was able to like go beyond that like Toronto scene. Like he's kind of international.
But
you think he's back to being local?
Say it, Friday. Say it, Friday. Come on, dog. Say it, Friday.
Say what you need to say.
No, because I always get in trouble, man.
No, this isn't trouble. This is the truth.
That's
Say
what
it,
we're
Friday.
here for.
Bro,
Say it.
Press is not doing the same numbers as he used to, bro. I'm not going to say he fell off, okay? Because that's just like...
Give me a timber.
Yeah.
my blood sugar's low for now. What are you trying to say right now? I'll get a birthday cake.
No, I salute the Press. I mess with all of them. You know what I'm saying? Those are my guys. But like, he hasn't been hot for a minute, bro. Really think about it, man. Like a lot of the squad hasn't been hot for a minute, bro.
Well, top 5 has kept them relevant to an extent.
And he is not dropping music. So the guy who's keeping them relevant is not dropping music. The guys who...
Bundog dropped music recently.
Bundog dropped music. So the guy who drops the least music out of all of them has the hottest tunes. Bundog is not the rapper, man. He just raps really good.
Yeah,
he's good.
Yeah, he is good. He's a businessman.
He's the businessman. And, you know, it's just that you're telling me that the businessman, with all due respect, okay, because I know people are going to hear about this, but like you're telling me the guy who's not, he's like the Jim Jones of these guys, bro.
Whoa.
Who?
Yeah.
Yes, because Jim Jones never planned to be the rapper.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? He was always the businessman, the conciliaires to Cameron, all
He was
that.
a hype man.
He was the hype man, like
Freak Ziggy.
So if we were to switch it and be like Cam is Pressa, and then Jim Jones came with Ballin' and all that and kind of surpassed Cam after. And now people kind of rate Jim's catalog even to the level even better than Cam sometimes.
Yeah.
And during the K-Money interview, I think he mentioned that camp and saying, yo, we're tired of seeing you guys do low numbers.
He didn't say any names.
He didn't, but like, I swear wasn't it pertaining to like top 5 and them?
I don't know.
We'd have to replay that clip. But
no, we can replay, but I'm not going to.
You're not saying nothing.
I'm not going to put words in his brain.
Yeah.
But do you feel like that camp, like Pressa, YG, are they in a position now where they don't have to drop new music because of the success of their catalog and the success of that peak era and how people felt about them then? It's like they can still do walkthroughs. They can still do performances. without having to drop new tracks based on the success of their old tracks?
Where?
New Market?
Because like all those things sound great in concept.
I know.
Gwillimbury?
Right? When you're an American artist,
Cornwall.
right? You can do all of those things.
Yeah.
We're not doing those things over here. Walkthroughs they're far and few in between. If they ever happen.
These guys get paid to do birthday party appearances. They're balling up by the swimming pool in front of 15-year-olds.
That's a young little youth that like it's controlled environment.
Yeah, and we're not seeing that pop up on the gram once a month.
Yeah. Seen that 2 years ago, my dude.
That's crazy that there are some rich kids who it's like, what do you want for your birthday, son? It's like, I just want Pressa and YG to show up.
Yeah. But you see how you mentioned earlier how their kids were requesting Canada Goose?
Mm-hmm.
That's something that like, that's stamped for life.
Yeah.
And listen, I don't think I'm not saying that these guys fell off, but I'm saying that like the way like they were buzzing is not the same as before. And I think it's not only their fault. They went through a lot of like people pushing them back from not being able to grow to their full potential. A lot of arrest, you know what I'm saying? Whether they're accountable or not for them, they got a lot of arrest, pushbacks from like the police saying you can't perform here and all that. So it's like, I want to be the star of my country and go beyond, but I can't even, I'm getting suppressed.
I see that, but I think a bigger issue is that the sound of music has changed, and maybe when they came up, music was a specific sound that really matched their vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as music evolves, the sound's changing, the beats are changing. Now, do you adjust as like an older artist? Are you trying to go on the Jersey beats? Are you trying to go on the drill beats?
You're the old man.
I know you saw. It's so crazy that you thought the same thing that I just thought right now. You said the older artist, and that just put a spark in my brain. Like, what? They're the older artists now?
They're the old man?
Kind of, bro. They've been around
That's
for what?
Unk?
Like
that's unks. That's
Pressa
some of these
and YG is
YGs are
Unk?
big unks now, fam.
Oh, don't tell me that not just them, their generation.
Yeah.
Common Gang Strong. When does Unk start? Is it past 26? Are you Unk?
Bro, if I'm Unk, y'all grandfathers, bro. But I do think
whoa, nigga.
No, because you said the older artists.
They are older.
And I get what you're saying because it's facts.
It's facts.
But they're not old men. They're not even 30 yet.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
This
I think
old
I
guy,
am Unk.
This old guy knows in my way.
No, because music it keeps on evolving. It's a young man's thing.
Yeah.
The 17-year-olds are listening to other like 18 and 17 to 21
so certain
maybe.
Watsons right now are like, yo, why Jizzle, take a seat for a second, B.
Yeah.
You're old now. You have like 10 albums.
That's so crazy that you guys keep
Like,
on
sit down,
saying that
Unks.
word, bro.
Big Unks,
Old?
sit down first.
But they've been around for like 10 years.
That's facts too.
You're big unks.
No, fam, like
Those men are hillicking 30. Right?
they have old school songs to some of these kids, bro.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
they are older heads, bro.
Yeah, it's like, yo, we used to listen to your music when I was young. When I was
12.
like 5, 6, 7,
Yeah.
8, 9, 10.
You're looking at him like, holy, I'm an uncle.
So when do you find out?
When do you find out when I'm little?
When you're Unk?
Yes.
Yeah,
or when the audience is aging you out.
Look at your views and look at the style of music you're making.
Yeah.
But I will add this, like someone like Mula First, I feel like he never really fully adapted to the music evolution. He kind of stuck to like what he does. And I feel like he doesn't have that pressure of making current music because it's just very on his brand.
Yeah.
But I feel like when Pressa first came out, like it was a very like refreshing new sound.
Demiana.
But once you got used to that new sound, it's like, okay, well now everything sounds like this. Are you going to still drop music like we're in 2016? Or are you going to try to make some 2025 kind of vibe?
And you know, it's funny because we're talking about these guys and they're all relevant still, especially in our own scene.
Mm-hmm.
But technically, they should not be because there's barely anybody left from the quote unquote SoundCloud era.
Mm-hmm.
And that was what, 2015, 2016?
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of those guys came in that time.
Yeah.
And there's nobody left that's really nobody's checking for. So for us to even be having a conversation about them, and they also came from that time, they're blessed. Because Ski Mask, Slump God, all those guys came same time as them.
Came and gone.
Killy barely gets a conversation in our show over here. And I know he's doing his thing.
He's doing his thing.
But like, bro, there was once upon a time he was nonstop talked about. Like he made headlines.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, bro, game's changing, bro. Like you said, Sav and those guys are the new guys are in. Like, the man,
Like, yo, take a seat, B.
they're unks.
And
They're like, yo, unks, take a seat.
I feel like all the younger kids, like they actually care about what Sav or KS Bands or 100 Band Plan or all, they care about what these guys are doing.
Yeah.
I feel like at this point, like YG pressing them, they're like, okay, like we rate you guys for what you did before, but like Sav and them, those are our guys. Like we can relate. We're closer to them in age. That's our generation.
And K Money, like to bring it full circle with K Money, he's still young because remember he got locked up when he was like 18. Right, and so like he came home. Now he's still in the younger part of his 20s.
Yeah,
so he can still slide through as not a new guy, but like not an older head at this point.
Yeah.
Which is still crazy for me to be calling them man's older heads when I'm the old head.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
How old is K Money? Like he must be like 25 max.
Max.
Right? Because he was 17 when Come Outside came out, right? And when was that?
He's like 23 now, 24.
No, maybe if he was 17, about like what, 8 years
when
ago?
K Money came out. When Come Outside came out. He went away back in 2018, and he was 18 at the time.
He's 26.
Yeah, he's about
26.
Well, actually,
he's 26 because
25,
Casper
26.
about almost 30.
Casper might be 30.
He's 30.
Yo, fam, and listen,
So he unks too.
man, them relax. We're all older.
Yeah.
This is just something that happens.
You're gonna get older.
But like I think we're all having this realization that like, the man them are getting they're the vets now.
Yeah.
Yo.
That's good.
Yo, and comment down below, what age in Toronto does unk status begin?
Please.
Oh, boy.
Let us
Because
know
I've
that.
heard 30 plus, but now I'm starting to hear 25.
Look at this Google, how trash Google is. They have K Money's age at 25, born September in 1999, and they put Casper's picture.
Damn.
Yo, Google, you suck for that, bro.
So he's 25, right?
Nah, I said that.
I feel like these younger guys like Sav and them, they're like what, early 20s, 21, 22?
Yeah.
So it's like when they were like 14, K Money was 17 and they saw him doing Come Outside as like, oh, like that's big. And this guy's like around our age, we can relate
you're
to.
a legend, fam. I used to listen to you when I was just getting into music.
Yeah.
Yo, those guys are they don't even want to hear that right now. Like, they'll thank you, but like they go home and be like, yo, fam, they're looking in the mirror. Yo, am I getting old still?
No, man.
Yo, two tools, you turn around, you're 44.
Yeah.
I
Is
think-
that a gray?
I'm going bald right here,
Oh,
But
man.
I think it is reminiscent of the fact that everyone in LeBron James like draft class is kind of gone, but LeBron is still there, but he got in when he was in high school.
Yes.
LeBron got drafted in high school. So it's almost like K Money got drafted into the rap game in high school. And everyone else who was playing around the same time, they were older than him. They were normal age. So now they're old.
Yeah.
K Money is still like, he's probably, all the youngins probably see him as like creme de la creme in terms of like status.
But like, yeah, he just got a little rough up the other day, so it's not like it's gonna really hurt his.
Nah.
No, I feel like the youngins love that stuff. Like they love the drama. They
Yeah.
love the social
no,
media
but see,
consequences
I
after.
remember a lot of people are like in the closet, dope users, right? So they're gonna act like, oh, yo, he's on a perk. He fell asleep at the game. Yo, what's up? Check his sleeves. Roll up his sleeves. Take off his socks. Let's see what he's doing. That's how they're gonna move. But really, they're doing their own thing behind the scenes, right? So you're gonna see a lot of that.
They're high
like,
typing it.
Yeah, they're high typing that shit, right? So like the music that he's making is for the generation that is kind of coming up. They're the ones kind of struggling with a lot of identity and a lot of like drugs,
addiction,
right?
Yeah.
Addictions, right?
Different
So-
type of drugs.
Yeah. So I understand where like he can just willingly be like, yeah, came out, got some drugs, see my girl,
Yeah.
Like,
Yo.
I can see it, I can feel it
Because
because
fans feel it.
yeah, it's like and but the trauma behind it is what I'm feeling. Like whatever, like you're on the internet, you see people talking about your family, talking about your bro, talking about you. You know what I'm saying? Like to suppress some of these little feelings, bro, to continue feeling the way you need to feel.
Yeah.
Some people do choose the drug route. So
Yeah.
I could see how he's very open about it. Like, yeah, man, drop 2 burn.
Yeah, he was so casual about it in the interview.
Sliding,
It's like, yo,
yeah.
what'd you do when you got home? It's like, yo, just got out, did some drugs, went to a hotel. And I'm like, bro, like right away. Like, and he didn't stutter. He wasn't like, You know, he didn't even hide it. He's like,
think
you know,
like
just
my
do some
mom
drugs.
could see this one, like soon. Like my mom could see
don't
this.
care.
No, I don't care.
You don't
Mom,
care.
you know, it's part of the game, Mom. You know, doped up. You
Yeah.
know, we junkies.
And I'm not here to be anybody's pop. So
No.
anybody who's like in the comments, like, yo, why didn't you say this and why didn't you say that? Why don't you say it?
Yeah, but they do.
Say it in the comments.
They do, but see, those guys aren't caring. What they'll do is just pop another perky and just go back to doing what they do.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt. No, it doesn't hurt them. It
Yeah.
doesn't really hurt them as long as they don't fall victim to a bad one.
Yeah.
You get
Catch
what I
a
mean?
Fenty perk.
Yeah.
But look, man, salute to K Money, man. You know what I'm saying? Look out for that interview that's out there right now. Run it up, man. And look out for his music, man. He's about to go crazy.
I want to take a quick break from this episode to give a big shout out to Only Loud, Canada's one-stop shop for your favorite legacy brands and all things loud. Only Loud provides mail order delivery nationwide and same-day delivery to those in the Ottawa area. Check them out at onlyloud.ca or follow them on their socials, Instagram at onlyloudcanada or on Snapchat onlyloud.ca for more exclusive content. Only Loud is not just a product, it's a lifestyle. Big salute to the sponsors. Cheer. Staying on Canadians.
That's crazy.
Tory Lanez. All right, I was playing his music in the beginning. We got 2 Tory Lanez stories here for the audience. Okay, right, so for any women who might be like,
Hey, Tory, keep him in jail.
like, I don't know, maybe you might have to fast forward a little bit.
I don't think women are saying that.
So Tory dropped a clip here. Not dropped a clip. He did an interview with Kyle from the Nelk Boys, right? On the Full Send podcast. And those guys have a pretty cool relationship from time. So like he called in, he was doing like 15-minute intervals, but he was getting his shit off in that interview. I'll play a couple of the clips that were going viral from it.
Like being blackballed by the industry too. I know you went like independent, right? Not too long ago. And I always used to see you'd have some trouble and some issues with the way that the music industry would work. What do you think about like with Drake and how the industry's kind of turned against him? Like you see videos now. I don't know if your boys tell you or you could see anything, but you can't like find a shit on Spotify, or there's just like a whole bunch of sketchy shit going on. I see. I don't know if you have any thoughts on that, or because you're kind of on the inside of it too, right? The whole industry.
I can't all the way speak to everything that's going on with Drake, because at the end of the day, he's a grown man, and I think that's his story itself. But I will say one thing. I'm proud of the stance of any artist that goes against the bullshit that happens behind the scenes. Sometimes when things happen and we come out and we're like, yo, fuck the label, or like, yo, fuck the major, it's like everyone's like, nah, this guy's spiraling out, he's this label, but they don't know what's going on behind the scenes, and there's a lot of dark things going on behind the scenes, and which is the reason why I went independent, because y'all niggas ain't getting me with none of that. I'm not selling my soul. I'm not doing none of that weird shit, the rituals and all that shit y'all niggas got going on. Fuck out of here.
Yeah, no rituals
Fuck
for
away
sure.
from me. But there's a lot of weird things that go on behind the scenes, and so it's very hard to be in a situation like Drake is going through right now, where you're going against the whole thing. You know what I mean?
The machine,
and
yeah.
I understand that there's a scrutiny, because it's like.
Yeah, they lost him there.
I thought that was my phone.
No, that's Rock Nation. Said, shut the hell up, boy.
Yeah, boy. Get him off this real quick.
So that's his thoughts on the whole Drake thing. Y'all have any thoughts on that before I play the clip of him and his DNA evidence and stuff?
Oh,
that's deep. But yeah.
I mean, he said pretty much what we all know, that the industry is dark, and that Drake is kind of shedding light on maybe the more negative aspects of it, and that Tory Lanez is very aware, which is why he went independent.
That's why he went independent.
And you saw the success he was garnering being an independent artist, and bro, they wanted to shut that down immediately, even before like the Meg Thee Stallion situation. Like when he was doing the NFT direct to consumer, and I think he made like something like $1 million off like
I think 1.5 or something.
like right away, like in the first week or something.
One day.
Yeah.
And it was just too disruptive for the entire machine.
It's a bad example, because it's like, how you making all this money without us? Like, don't be letting everybody know that you can do that.
Yeah, don't show our artists what they could be making.
Yeah, like
that's crazy, eh?
Yeah. So, okay, there's this. And then there's another clip that I have here saved where he's talked about the DNA evidence.
It's like, you ever had to wait for a video game and you're waiting for it to load? So DNA, the way that they did it is like, okay, if I let it load 60%, it's not going to give me the full conclusion yet. So once they loaded it like 60 to 70%, it was like, yo, it's inconclusive. But had they let it go the whole way, they would have seen it was 100% excluded. But they were like, yo, the fact that it's inconclusive and not a match, let's just leave it here because this is the best we're going to get. So they stopped my test before it even got to the finished result. Therefore, I went to court thinking that you guys only have an inconclusive test. But I always knew in my heart, this is impossible. I never touched this gun.
That new fact alone is insane. Just the fact that it went from inclusive to excluded and there's 4 people's DNA on the gun.
4 people.
Bro, none of them are yours is fucking...
judge-
That should be enough for them to open up the factual innocence, like, now.
Here's the hook.
Brother, my judge Harringford, Judge David B. Harrington, I'm not going to disrespect him. He's, at the end of the day, he's still an honorable judge. He's a black man at that. But I watched this man literally look at me and say, so let's just say I'll take the DNA evidence to be real. And I'll say that it's true. He said this on record, by the way. It's in my transcripts. He says, I'll take the DNA evidence to be true. But I'm going to say this. At the end of the day, even if I take it to be true, that's not a big factor in this case. That's not why he got convicted. Brother, what the fuck are you talking about? My nigga, what the fuck is you talking about, my nigga? Because that's the whole case. You feel me? But again, that's what it was, and that's what I've had to endure.
So they didn't get the full conclusion off of the DNA evidence. So they were like, yeah, we ain't using that. But what they did find on the gun was 4 other people's DNAs that wasn't his. But the man still said, even if we found it inconclusive, that wouldn't help anyway. Wagwan, bro. This guy sounds like he was railroaded at this point. Like, bad.
Yeah. Big time, man. And it was the machine.
Yes.
That got him.
And where did that get the person, let's say, if there was like a Rock Nation versus Tory, meaning Mr. Independent, he's still more popular than Meg Thee Stallion.
So more popular.
Like, he gets more news coverage. People talk about him on podcasts, mainstream things. He drops music that more people are rocking with. And he's been in jail this whole time.
Yep.
I think he's dropping an album March 7th or March 8th.
Yes.
That's working.
Everything recorded from jail.
People are more quick to go run to hear Tory Lanez in an interview than they are to go hear a Meg Thee Stallion interview.
Yeah.
Like, go on. Like, they want, if this is the plan, right? They used Rock Nation to tear down Tory and big up Meg. Did that work?
Nope. I don't listen to
Meg is ice cold right now, fam.
Yeah, even when you're talking female rappers, she's not, I wouldn't even say she's top 3 right now in terms of cultural relevance. Like, Glorilla, Sexy
Cash
Red,
Doll, Asian Doll.
Yo, Ice Spice is more popping than Meg Thee Stallion, and Ice Spice then fell off too.
Yeah.
Well, she just released a song with, I think, Annalie Choppa.
Coyle Ray is more relevant than Meg.
Yeah.
What?
Even though she don't sell as much because the machine is behind Meg even more.
Yeah.
She's more... I see more YouTube videos on Coyle Ray and what she's doing than what Meg Thee Stallion is doing, unless it's connected with Tory Lanez.
And Coyle Ray's on some hits.
Meg Thee Stallion has some hits though.
Yeah, she has hits.
She has that Japanese Okane Kasegu.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's not a hit. That's an international kind of hit.
That's like an internet hit.
Yeah, that ain't no hit.
Stop. Even though
forced. That's
even
a force.
all like WAP, all that. What have you done for me lately, fam?
Nothing.
All that stuff is pre-trial. She went through a trial and none of her songs stuck since then, bro.
She gave me the documentary where she fake cried when she got the call about his
connected to Tory. What has she done independent of Tory Lanez that people talk about?
She won a Grammy.
She won a Grammy?
Yeah.
Did she win a Grammy this year?
Nominated.
I think she must have been nominated. She ain't win shit.
Even as a DJ, you can go through a whole like hip hop or trap theme night and not play any Meg Thee Stallion. Like, even if you are playing girl tunes, like, is there one song besides WAP that like you're like, okay, that's a Meg Thee Stallion banger?
That one that's the Body yada 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 yada.
Okay,
yada,
yeah, that one was big, but that was just at the time. Now it's kind of like it sounds old when you hear it.
It's like now you're playing the old school shit.
Yeah.
Like fam, like it
no
didn't work out.
And no one wants to hear her.
Yeah. There are people who are still, don't get me wrong, there's a bunch of people who are anti-Tory. They're like, how could you shoot a black woman or whatever? Because they believe that Tory did it. Right?
Yeah.
But in turn, it's not turning them into Meg's fan base.
No.
They're just like, we don't like Tory for what he did. But low-key, they were listening to Tory more than they were listening to Meg anyway.
Yeah.
And they're just kind of mad that they can't listen to Tory because like, damn, like you shot a woman. You know what I'm saying? Or they feel like he shot a woman. But they're not like, okay, now let's go listen to the woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, that didn't work out too well.
I was going to say something. But
I'll say it.
No. So I was kind of wondering, what if he didn't shoot her, but he slapped her around? Would he be in this same situation?
No.
Probably not.
Right?
He'd be Chris Brown.
He was just a Chris Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Most men would more resort to like maybe choking out and slapping a bitch than per se shooting. Like that's where I'm kind of always now twisted about this story, bro.
Brother, I dare the audience to, and no cap, even if he shot her, but didn't get convicted and went to jail for it, and he was home doing his thing, he'd be all right by now. People don't realize how the audience is, how toxic they really are, and how much shit that people let slide. We saw a video of R. Kelly pissing on a chick, and then he dropped "Step in the Name of Love," and we were stepping. Everybody saw the tape at the time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then you're like, okay, well, you know, he did write "Bump Bump Bump" for B2K, and that song does slap.
I know.
It does slap.
Like what? Surviving R. Kelly is not when he should have been canceled. It should have been before
that.
And we brought him back. He's singing Jigga Kelly Not Guilty after the tapes.
Yeah.
So we've been accepted that guy back. We'll let a lot of shit slide.
Yeah.
So I dare say, if Tory Lanez didn't go to jail for shooting this woman, or for being thought to have been shooting this woman, right? Because that's what he went to jail for. But if he stayed home and shot Meg Thee Stallion, and it was on camera, y'all niggas would be bumping him right now. Controller Remix. You'll put that on right now, bro.
Still bumping Tory.
They're still bumping
People
him.
still bump Tory.
But like, they wouldn't even have the other side of the people. Yo, Chris Brown there's pictures of Rihanna's face, fam.
Yeah, but.
And there's girls who are doing meet and greets with him, breaking up with their boyfriend.
Yeah.
He just won a Grammy.
Yes.
They're cleaning him up really good, though. They're cleaning him up really good.
That's why I said, if he wasn't in jail right now for what he has been convicted for, that same accusation could happen and he could be home and still be lit right now.
It would fade out. It would fade out into obscurity. It'd be like, that was just back in the day.
Yeah.
He's kind of like what rapper went to jail for a long time and came out and still was like successful?
Boosie?
No, Boosie.
Boosie went away for a little bit, but not that long.
Yeah, not that long. Maybe like a Slick Rick when he shot dude and
when he shot his cousin.
Yeah, and then he came back out.
Yeah,
like that's kind of like the same vibe.
Shine it didn't work out for Shine.
No.
Gucci Mane. Yeah.
These type of artists like
Pooh Shiesty will be home just now and he'll be back. He'll get
right
love.
to it.
Yeah.
Right to it.
Thug didn't get to it yet.
Thug don't need to.
What do you mean?
Ain't he on that new song with Party, or is that party sounding like Thug?
I don't know. That might be party sounding like Thug. We're gonna get to that in a second.
Oh.
But before we get off of this, getting back to it shit, Thug was somebody who came home and we're still waiting for it to really get back to it. The song with Lil Baby and Future didn't do it.
Didn't do it for you.
When's the last time anybody request that at a party?
No.
Exactly.
That went over your head.
Right? And it's Young Thug. He's home. He's home from jail. Coming home from jail, unless you get to it and give people a slapper, respectfully, you could end up like top 5. Where it's like, you didn't drop right away. Now it's like, it's more pressure to drop, or we don't even care if you drop.
But let's not act like if top 5 were to drop today and he dropped like a quintessential classic top 5 track, like people would be talking and like people would tune in, it's not like there wouldn't be that interest. Whereas I feel like with some artists, they lose the actual interest in their music where it's like, doesn't matter if I drop or not, you don't care.
It depends on what you drop too, right? Because you don't want to be like Bobby Shmurda. Bobby Shmurda left with Hot Nigga.
Yeah.
and he came home and didn't have hot nigga.
Yeah.
And then people like, or not even anything like that was sounding like that. And right away people were turned off. They're like, I don't want to hear this new shit that you're doing, even though you're home.
Yeah, and then he was like winding himself up on the floor and all that kind of, that just put him.
So you could be home dropping, and then they're like, I don't want to hear this.
Yeah, I feel like at one point, maybe Bobby Shmurda and his team realized that, and they just started doing a lot of like podcasts and media stuff, because like him as a personality is entertaining, and people still remember like the lore of Bobby Shmurda, and everyone's like, a free Bobby Shmurda, like back in the day, you know?
But the only thing that they remember from him is hot nigga, and that was like before he went to jail. Anything post jail, crickets.
I just imagine how his life goes. Like, it's a lot of work for him.
Yeah.
He got to be at any show. He got to be at any podcast. He got to shoot any picture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he has to be there.
Yeah.
Or else his condo fee don't get paid.
What's crazy is that like I feel like when
he's gonna be on the street
when that song was fresh and out, like he could have just done a bunch of walkthroughs performing that one song. But now, do you feel like people are gonna hire him to still do that one song, or is it too old? It could be like a throwback night where it's like, yo, we got Bobby Shmurda, and
That's
know what song everyone
what it is.
Yeah, he's a legacy act almost.
Is doing throwback night.
Yeah.
He's not even in his 30s and he's doing throwback night. Bro, this episode is driving me crazy.
Yeah, why?
All these YNs are like old heads, bro. Like, cause they're YNs to man's like me and Dusty, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And to you too.
They're like my generation.
They're your generation.
And now I'm old, I guess.
And they're calling you you're an old head.
I'm an old head now, bro.
There's some 18-year-old watching it like, yo, look at that old head Czar.
Yeah.
That's
I remember
crazy.
when he used to be a guy.
No, but like, cause Bobby Shmurda's not an old man, bro, but like he's aged out, bro.
Yo, when I see some of these young guys and they know me for making content, they're like, yo, man, DJ Zari's an OG, man. And I'm like, damn, bro, I feel like I just got in the game. Like,
Starts checking for grays in his beard.
I'm like, bro. And it does not help that I don't have that much hair and like I don't look young. Like, you know what I'm saying? But yo, it's just a part of life. And like, I noticed it with athletes. That's why I barely watch sports anymore. I can imagine for you guys, like, I stopped watching sports for real when I seen all the superstars being born like 2003, 2002. I'm like, bro, I'm too old to be like really cheering
for you.
Cheering for like you know what I'm saying? Like,
wow, makes sense, bro.
But he's making like $30 million a year. I'm out here being like, let's go. Like, buddy,
he's like, thanks, Unc.
Yeah, I ain't gonna make him hold none.
Oh man.
But yeah, man. Salute to Tory Lanez, but I still got more Tory shit. Okay, because Tory, he's not staying quiet. He's the most relevant jail dude out right now.
From Canada and America.
From both places, bro.
You might be right. You might be right.
He's been going back and forth with Party Next Door.
Yeah.
Your boy. This looks like a sound in the nighttime.
So it's been, I don't know, where do I start with this Party and Tory stuff? Okay, let me see what I have posted here. So this is Party.
Friends, what you talking about, bro? Stop saying my name. Yeah. Charlie ain't saying, you know, the beat I'm running. I did everything he did, you know, he just a running. Drummer man. What you talking about, homie? I'm the man. I'm the daddy. Let me slap you, okay? You said I sound like God, you know, you sound like me.
Yo, is that Thugger?
It sounds kind of thuggish.
But it's being.
People that love me,
Yeah, this being it.
He sound like Thugger. Someday, you'll be me someday. One day, you'll be me.
Yo, what are these guys? Mans are crashing out, bro.
Oh my God.
So Tory responded to that, and he wasn't too happy. And then P&D apologized. Okay? And I have the apology right here. Actually, I'll read it off my phone, but yeah.
I can read it if you want.
Yeah.
At Tory Lanez, I was told about what you said without hearing your video for myself. You didn't say anything that I wouldn't say.
Yes, but there's more. You didn't say anything that I wouldn't say myself. And now that we've seen it, it was wrong, city stronger together. That's the rest of the message. Okay? So he kind of backseas on it. Tory ain't trying to hear it.
No, he's not.
I'm not even trying to hear it.
He wants a fade. He wants a fade. He wants a fade.
You gonna have to no respect for what I do, so therefore let me show you how serious I am. Fuck yeah, I took up some promo. You nigga pussy and party with family when you crazy no though. You get some of that known with crazy as soon as you get
We love hip hop.
you know what's going on with bro.
We love hip hop.
So he's gonna slap when he comes home, smack the face, bro.
He means it.
And I feel like he would.
Yeah. Tory's one of those guys.
Yeah, he's standing on business.
So, yeah, here we are. Mans are beefing, bro. Academic said that he was kind of in the middle of that.
Yep.
He did a late night stream, and he was saying something about this.
He put his teams on the phone.
So what's going on? It's an act. Yo, we fuck with you. We're wondering, could you possibly take this down? I don't know if everybody else is posted. People be acting like I'm the only blog. I'm like, no, this shit's already going around, bro. So anyway, Party's team then asked me to connect them to Tory. Okay? And by the way, this is all factual.
And keep in mind, remember, he was on the stream the other day with one of quote-unquote Tory Lanez' managers, but it wasn't his manager, right? So, he has a close connection to Tory Lanez people.
This is factual. This is history, right? I speak to Tory's right-hand man, who's always doing this thing, and I said, all right, bet, I gotta connect y'all niggas. Let's go. So I put them on three-way. Party's guy, Tory's guy, and, we're trying to get Tory looped into the conversation. Tory's obviously in prison. So, there's some prison shit going on. So he wasn't going to be able to have access to his phone till the next day. So anyway, I put these guys on the phone. They kind of talk. Not here to stench on the conversation. The conversation basically was, yo, Party was on some drunk shit. Like, he don't really got nothing with Tory like that. Whatever, right? The conversation I then left in their hands as, yo, they were supposed to talk the next day. So they said, well, Tory's phone's going to cut back on at a certain time, or he's going to be able to have phone privileges at a certain time. And I'll connect Party's people with them. And I'm like, yo, listen, as much as you guys are the right-hand man for both artists, I know how this goes. Egos always get affected. And once it gets online, yo, y'all need to go chop it up. You feel what I'm saying? So, and this is what I'm finding out in post. I'm on the text thread, whatever, cool. They apparently the next day, Tory's man reached out, blah, blah. And apparently, it's kind of...
We love hip hop.
I hear Tory gets on the phone. There's some Toronto OG nigga who gets on the phone. But I hear Party didn't get on the phone. However, what Party did do, allegedly...
We love
Party
hip hop.
apologized, basically.
So I'll stop it there. So the combination of everybody who was trying to get on the phones and everything, Party didn't get on the phones. And that's where we see that apology.
Mm-hmm.
So they were trying to connect them to get on the phone together. Party didn't get on the phone. He was like, yeah, all right, I'll just go apologize. And this is where we are now, where Tory's like, F your little weak apology. When I see you, I'm smacking you.
I'm stepping in your face.
As he should.
Well, yeah, and listen, with all due respect, I'll say, because I know the man's gonna be watching, right? Bro, if the man tried to bring a line like an OG to get you guys on the phone together and you refuse to get on the phone and you're just like, yeah, I'll just put up a message. You're smalls in the man, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And why you dissing the nigga who's in jail?
He kick you when you're down. That's the type of nigga you on. You got some.
Bro, we barely have any unity over here, fam. So you're telling me now the biggest artists are now not united?
See why I said, I wish Drake had just did the album with Tory and would have had the
Jesus
whole place
Christ.
upside down. Would have the whole place upside down. This isn't having the place upside down. Now there's beef.
You know, when you were beefing with certain blog pages and like they took that opportunity to, like doggy pile on you in a sense.
Yeah.
I feel like PND seen that and he was like, this is my opportunity to say how I really feel about Tory Lanez. And then he said what he said. Then he backtracked on it because he realized he was attacking an argument that wasn't there.
Yeah.
And then like the saying like, oh, it was a drunken stupor, or like, oh, he was drinking and he was on live. Like, bro, I don't buy all that. And then
you tell the truth when you're drunk.
The weak ass PR of the city is better. You like when it's united. Like, bro, no offense to PND, but like, what are you doing for the city, bro? Besides stealing from John Rivers and freaking not pulling up to We Love Hip Hop. Like, I'm gonna be real, bro.
And yo, that verse, he sounded like Thugger.
This sound kind of thuggish.
He's sounding like Thugger. Jeffrey.
Like, if you really think the city is stronger together, why aren't you making those connections? Why aren't you doing that outreach? Like, it just sounds like you're trying to save your ass, and it's like, I don't know. I don't respect it still.
Why are we doing a news story on Man 2 weeks in a row, or almost 2 weeks in a row, with another artist from here? Like, you just mentioned John Rivers. They're beefing, or they had their little issue, and it wasn't just because of the towers. Like, the man was like, you didn't pay homage to me, and did all this wild shit in the text or whatever that he sent to him. And now we have this with Tory. Like, yo, P&D, you're crashing out, my guy. Calm down, man. Like,
I won't even say calm down, because you know what, bro? Like, I feel like you're just lowering your own stock at this point.
He's
like,
being a dick.
You're doing things that is turning the audience off from you. Yeah, you're gonna have your core audience. Yeah, you're talented, and obviously that'll come with some type of entitlement.
Yeah.
You know, when you're like that guy, I'm rolling with Drake, whatever. But it's like you're taking shots at Tory Lanez, taking shots at John Rivers. You're saying all this stuff.
Who else is on his head top right now? 3M French, Northside Benji.
On who? On
P&D's head
on
top.
P&D?
About what?
What the hell are you saying, bro?
Yeah, bro.
About
the
what?
local man now?
Yeah, local man number on his head was on his head top. There's some tweets and everything. I think it was on Keep Six South.
Yo, what the hell, bro?
Yeah.
Fam, like, this is not right when these guys have the #1 album out. Like, you're not helping the case right here, fam.
Keep going.
Come on, bro. Listen, I'll talk about.
Look, there it is. There it is.
What,
Is that
right here?
Northside Benji and 3M French? Thank you.
Toronto rappers 3M French and Northside Benji both responded P&D's Tory Lanez diss.
They told him to go Ola Kana.
Okay, so free Tory Lanez, niggas sending shots when a nigga's in jail. We ain't with that F shit. Wow. And Northside, and this is from 3M French, and Northside Benji said, nah, this nigga got a joke. I guess got to be joking.
Yeah,
free Tory. Yo, bro, stop dissing the man them, bro.
Let me ask you a quick question.
Talk
brother.
to me.
Whose pen game is better?
Between him and Tory?
Let's go.
Good question.
Between P&D and Tory? Not even a
pen game?
question, Tory.
Thank you.
Not even a question.
Yeah, but remember, P&D's wrote stuff for other people too, even though Tory has too.
Tory Lanez way better than P&D just overall as an artist, and maybe honestly as a human.
I think Tory Lanez, yeah.
Beyond the music, like just as an individual, you know what I'm saying?
That's where the Brampton man defeats the Saga man. Right there. It's been an ongoing feud. It's a saga. Yeah, it's a Saga and a Brampton thing.
The fight for Peel.
It's always been a thing. But you're sending the wrong representative from Saga to go against the Umbrellas. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like, the pen game is immaculate when it comes to that boy Tory from the B-Town. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being real.
And I don't want to be a hater, but Tory does sing way better than
Way better. That's what I said, man. I swear if Drake and him had done the album, I don't care, from jail the same way he's putting one out March 7th. Oh my God.
Yeah.
This place would have been upside down right now. That would have went 600K in 1 week.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Party has these feelings towards him. Album or no album, even though I know the album's making Party feel himself a little bit more so that he's getting a little more active online, he might have always felt this way against Tory. So let's say Drake and Tory had some kind of collabo together, even though they're already cool. He's created a division where the man has to pick a side, bro. Like, remember, Drake's like, yo, I just did an album with you, bro.
Yeah.
Now you're beefing with somebody who I publicly supported. We had beef before, but now people know that we're super cool.
Because he knows in the front of his mind, if the boy does a record with Tory, my album is ill and voided right away. One song. I need one song by those two.
He'll never see a DM again.
That's it.
This guy's number changes.
Everything.
Hey, Drake, you need a song? No,
cool. Bro, I'm good. I got Tory.
Got a new writer.
Yeah, I'm good. I got Tory, man. Tory be kicking out some shit.
Yeah.
No?
You don't want them two guys to combine, bro.
I want them two guys to combine.
We want them to
want
combine,
that.
but everybody else who feels like they have some importance in Drake's life because of their talent, they be like, can somebody tell this Tory guy to leave, bro? He's sucking up all the talent in the room.
But yo, I feel like P&D is moving like he's still an artist on the come up. Like, why are you going on IG Live airing diss tracks about Tory Lanez? Like, you're already beyond that level. You just
Sounded like Young
sold.
Thug.
You just sold the most albums you've ever sold in your life in 1 week.
That's why.
He's
but
feeling
it's
himself. You still needed Drake to do that.
Do you need the clout? That means he doesn't have the clout that he wants.
He's
Because
not
everyone's
used to the
focusing
clout
on
that he's
Drake.
getting.
You think so?
No, he's not, because he's always been kind of like pushed to the back.
Like
You're
mysterious.
a writer.
Yeah.
You're a writer. You're a writer. You wrote some hits for Rihanna. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's your recognition.
Yeah.
Stick to writing. But then again, I'm sorry to say, his pen game ain't as good as Tory's.
Yeah.
I agree.
Going back to where we, you know what I mean? Whose pen game's better? That pen game, Tory's pen game is like immaculate.
Yeah. But what you're saying about like the not knowing how to deal with this, like this is probably the most popular, even though P&D's been popular, this is probably the most popular that he's been for a while. He's never had a #1 album. Maybe all of this traction and all of this engagement that's coming to his phone and shit like that, he's like, he don't know how to handle it.
But why is it that in that moment where you're at your highest, you're looking at Tory Lanez like, yo, I'm gonna diss you right now?
Because
like,
and John Rivers.
Because he knows behind the scenes people are like, yo, Tory would have did a better album.
Maybe.
With Drake.
Well, he would have.
It's getting, maybe these people, the talk got into his head.
It's good. No, it's there.
I don't know, like, people can't. Last thing on this, you don't want Kendrick Lamar to be saying party at the party playing with his nose now, and then somebody from your home team
just
it says it too when he's dissing you, bro. It doesn't help the case, bro. You know what I'm saying?
And then they blamed it on him being drunk. They said
bro.
Party was drunk. Why? That's why he did
what
that.
Axe said,
That's what Axe said.
Yes.
Right?
But
So
two
now
niggas,
we're blaming it on drugs.
Two niggas are saying, yo, you play with your nose too much.
Yeah, one too many.
Yeah, but it just looks so
One too
bad on
many.
us, bro. Because it's like, imagine, you know how Kendrick dissed Drake, and then Kendrick goes and disses another LA artist. Like, it just makes it look like we're all over the place. Like, bro, like, and then you want to pretend and be like, oh, like the city is better united. It's like, P&D, we don't believe you actually feel like that, bro. Like,
It's better united after the whole audience bites your back out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Now you want to unite when everyone's hating on you.
Yeah. But earlier, before you're like, yeah, get him out of here. Yo, you copying me. Like, calm down, bro. You sound crazy.
And then you want to get at people who are criticizing the album, being like, oh, well, this album is only for dudes who get bitches.
No, that was fake.
That was fake?
Yeah. Apparently that wasn't a real tweet.
I take it back.
Yeah.
Thank you for correcting me on that, because I was about to go off on that.
Yeah. I remember when that tweet went out, that got debunked. That wasn't Party Next Door who tweeted that.
Good.
Yeah. So, well, I don't know who. Salute to Tory Lanez,
Salute
man.
to Tory Lanez. P&D, do better. Pull up to the show. We don't believe your apology. I don't.
Yeah, and this is coming from the quote unquote OVO lawyer. Fix up, my guy. You know what I'm saying? You're doing too much, mate, right now, bro. Can we get into this Lil Baby stuff right here?
Oh my goodness.
Big salute to Steamin' Hot Grabba with a variety of different Grabba flavors and dispensers. They got red rose Grabba, that red herring Grabba, and peanut butter. Hit them up on their Instagram page, Steamin' Hot Grabba, and use the code WeLoveHipHop and receive a discount on your order. Again, you can find them on Instagram, Steamin' Hot Grabba. Now let's get back to the show.
Cheers. He's not in jail.
Le bébé.
Right? Le bébé. He's
the bébé.
But right now they're kind of trying to put it on him where they feel he's responsible, and they being like the Georgia police, they feel that he's been responsible for a 13-year-old and a 15-year-old who got killed not too long ago.
Yes, sir.
Apparently he did a video last year in the ops block that got shot up. And then from then there's been retaliation back and forth between the two gangs. His 4PF that he changed the name to, because it was, Fonnie Willis, the DA, was on Thug and all these other gangs, so he changed his label or whatever his gang to. But now they're trying to say, yo, these kids that got shot the other day, that's a product of that music video shoot the other day, and that's on you and your gang. All right? I'll play a little clip of the police statement of what the police are saying. This is courtesy of rapper related.
Lil Baby is named in
Gang violence that was orchestrated by adults in our city, and cowardly acts of an Atlanta-based rapper that decided to go over into a rival gang stronghold and shoot a music video in a place that he knew he should not have been. And in the subsequent days, we saw homicides and shootings, and ultimately the deaths of 2 children as a result of his cowardly actions. And you know who you are. And I tell you that this team will work relentlessly to hold you and the persons that you are affiliated with responsible for those actions. Ultimately, they're components of this investigation that led back to a prison in the state of Georgia where an illegal phone, a contraband phone, was used.
Okay, we won't play all that, right? So they haven't arrested him, but they're trying to say, like, your people are responsible. You're responsible for shooting the music video. I could understand maybe, you know, the hip hop aspect of, you know, you guys are trying to blame rappers for shit. But we also have to take accountability. Why are you shooting a music video in the ops block at your big age? And if it's not as big age, it's big success. You're a successful rapper, bro. That's relegated for like little drill rappers on the come up. You know what I'm saying?
I've been hearing you.
I hear you as well, but I do think no matter how big you are, people still want to know that you're street.
Yeah.
To an extent, right? Like you don't want to seem too mainstream where it's like, oh, we don't even believe that you're in the street. So maybe that's really for those who know. That was like a deep cut where it's like, okay, if you know who I am as Lil Baby and what I represent and you know where I'm at, you know that I just pulled up on the ops block and did a music video.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's hard to put the responsibility on him for the actual like acts. You know what I'm saying? Like if anything, what would it be, like inciting a riot? Because like he didn't call for the M, you know what I'm saying? It probably happened as a result, but if it wasn't like a direct, like, yo, go do this, I don't really see how he'll get convicted.
Well, the thing is, that video shoot got shot up. So the fact that that video shoot got shot up and the repercussions that kept on coming back and forth from it, that resulted in these kids getting shot.
But wasn't it at the video shoot where the 13-year-old kid was at his birthday party and he got shot, and he only was like 13 years old for like 27 minutes.
No, that was later on or something like that.
No, it was later on.
Yeah,
was
from
when the video shoot went down.
It was, and this, you know, correct me if I'm wrong. This is like a result from the music video from last year, and this is like, I guess, murders that happened recently. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Right, like these guys kept on banging out against each other because of that music video, and because of that, now 2 13-year-olds
got shot at a birthday party. And died. Okay, so basically, they're really wild though. Those four PF. I heard they be killing shit.
Yeah,
in Atlanta, right? So really, like he's not to blame because he has street goons. When he's in like Texas doing some tour or something, right? Like, and there's still a shootout there. Is he responsible for that?
No, but if you go and shoot a music video in your ops block,
damn right,
and now there's repercussions from it, you could be like, yo, I don't hang with the gang. I'm not a gang member anymore. I'm a rapper. Don't put any of their murders on me. But now when you start doing stuff that's kind of gang related, that has nothing to do with your raps. I guess it does, but like you're shooting in the ops block. So you're helping to fuel the fire.
Yeah, like logically, he is a part of the overall situation, but I'm trying to think of it from like a legal perspective. If it's presented in front of a jury, you're gonna have to prove that, okay, like Lil Baby is in this gang.
Yeah,
this gang is rivaled with this gang. He chose, knowing that this gang is stationed here, he chose to shoot a music video there, thus endangering these lives, which trickle down into like other lives being lost, right? But is that even like second degree? That's not manslaughter?
Well, it depends.
Like what charge would that be for real?
If they throw a RICO on it, then it's first degree. That means you're responsible for these hits that are happening because you're the leader of said gang.
Oh.
So if the shooters are getting first degree murders for the shootings, you're getting it because you're the boss.
Yeah. It's like a RICO. That's what a RICO is.
Yeah.
Oh,
so that's what the mob guys get.
But if you're a lawyer, say you're representing Lil Baby, there's so much like freedom of expression. Like, yo, I'm a creative, and I felt like this song would have been best captured in this environment.
Yeah.
And I'm not even a gangster. It's just an image. Like,
I know what his angle he's gonna use. Peace between the hoods.
That's why he shot the video.
That was his intention.
That's his intention.
Yeah. Well, that didn't work out because they shot up. It would be one thing if they shot the video and there was no problems at the shoot. And then they're like, yo, why are you guys trying to make all of this problems out of this video shoot that had nothing happened that day? You know, it was a great shoot. No, something actually happened at the video shoot. Somebody tried to shoot them at the shoot.
Yeah.
So like, it kind of makes all that null and void because it's like, you can still say, yeah, I was trying to bring everybody together. And then they shot you guys and chased you out of the hood.
They could have avoided that by doing it in their own hood.
Do it in your own hood.
Here's an example of this. Like, okay, you know how during the Biggie Tupac beef, there's East Coast, West Coast, and people are actually losing their lives over that. Are the record labels going to be charged with a RICO? Is Tupac or Biggie going to be charged for inciting certain behavior based on their creativity? Like, I feel like it's just a slippery slope, and it's going to be hard to actually like pinpoint it on him because it's like, where do you draw the line? Like, there are some artists who like they sing about depressing stuff or cutting themselves, and that leads to kids. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know, but this is a little more direct in the sense where it's like, okay, we're going to my ops block. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that to me is the worst part about it, but I do hear that it's going to be hard to pin M's on him just because he shot a video on the ops block.
Yeah.
But I feel like that was just very irresponsible for him to be doing that in the first place at the level that he's at. Because it was last year. It wasn't like Lil Baby in his come up in his first few songs. Like, this is last year that the shooting happened.
But we also don't know how much of his income is tied to the streets as of right now. Because a lot of these guys will take their earnings and put it back on the block. You know what I'm saying? Maybe expand, maybe, you know, fund certain things. So it's like, maybe he's really still active in the streets.
He's probably not active in the streets, but he's probably has a lot of money in the streets.
You know what I'm saying? He's connected,
firepower is being bought off of his money.
Yeah.
Bricks are being flipped off of his money. Just give me a siphon a little bit off of the top for me.
And not to mention now he's a bigger target and his block is a bigger target because he's so name brand. So maybe you could even argue perhaps it's like a retaliation thing. Maybe he's coming at it from, yo, these guys did this to us. I'm going to shoot a music video in their block.
Well, that's probably what happened.
Right?
So they probably lost a few guys and they were like, yo, but we ain't pussy. We'll go do a video on your block. You know what I'm saying? And then a shooting happened. But like, bro, you're not helping you did the Bigger Picture song talking about Black Lives Matter, but then you do a video in the hood like in 2024 in the ops hood. Pick a side.
Pick a side.
Yeah. When it comes to that type shit, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Salute to R.I.P. to the two young gentlemen.
Yeah.
F a salute for anybody else, man. R.I.P. to them young gentlemen, man. I got one more story for us here. I'm gonna skip the last thing that I have here on the list. The Toronto's starting top 5, but we'll get to it on another day. But this Trump Zelensky thing. We might be going into World War III, bro. Watch this, man.
What the fuck?
That's not real. That's AI. That's AI.
That's
AI, bro.
I thought he was about to slice it.
Sorry. I was like, I missed that.
I'm like, how's Trump moving so quick?
I missed that. I was like, I watched this whole thing. When did I miss that?
Oh, man, I'm playing with y'all, bro.
Holy smokes, bro.
I saw that on Twitter earlier. I was like, what the hell?
My face was like, oh my God, I missed that.
That's how Zelensky wanted to do him, bro. When he saw that. Where's my Zelensky clip? Let me find a proper here. Let's do this.
From the beginning. Sure. First of all, during the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now. But you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
We love hip hop.
You're not here for.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
Hey,
we're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because you're in no position to dictate that.
That's exactly what you're not.
You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel. We're going to feel very good.
We're going to feel very good.
Very good and very strong.
Very strong.
You're not in a very good position. You've allowed yourself to be in a very bad position, and he happens to be right about
it. From the very beginning of the war.
You're not in a good
This is so uncomfortable.
You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having cards. Right now, you don't have you play cards. You're playing cards. You're gambling with the lives of millions of people. You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country. That's back to you. Far more than a lot of people said they should have.
Have you said thank you?
Yo.
Have you said thank you?
Oh, JD Vance? Oh, you want to...
Please.
No, in this entire meeting, have you said thank you? You went to Pennsylvania and campaigned for the opposition in October. Offer some words of appreciation for the United States of America and the president who's trying to save your country.
Yo, dude, what did Vance do? Yo, tag me in.
Yeah.
Yo, did you even say thank you, bro?
No, my homeboy finished you up.
Holy, that was they ganged up on his ass.
Bro, that was uncomfortable to watch. Like, it was like, am I supposed to be in the room while this is happening?
That's what I love about it. This is real human. This is how real humans speak.
Yeah.
Normally, politicians, it's all dressed up.
Yeah.
There's translators. He's like, no, listen. You're not gonna tell us how I feel. You know?
Yeah, and we're tired of. I think they're Americans in general are tired of giving this country money,
Trillions of dollars
to like, and a lot of them are like from Nazi backgrounds and stuff like that. Like, if America is trying to be like a clean country, let's just say, and when it comes to racial shit, I think their best bet is to get away from supporting places like Ukraine. I'm just being real.
Yeah, it's not the best look.
It's not the best look.
And I'm wondering if this is the way he talked to Zelensky, how did he talk to our guy?
Oh, that had to be behind closed doors because there's probably some F-bombs and some goofs and some pieces of shit getting tossed around, bro.
He's too casual. He'll just be like, you're full of shit. This is what I'm gonna say. Trudeau, you're full of shit. Like he'll just go at him,
cutting him off crazy.
No, don't interrupt. You're full of shit.
You're full of shit.
Yeah, because like they sunned the hell out of this guy. Like whatever he was trying to say, they were like, yo, you can't even speak to us right now, bro.
Yeah.
Like you're weak, fam.
Yeah, he needed that, but he needed that spanking on national TV. It's about time they spanked him, bro.
Yeah, because the whole world's been like rocking with Zelensky, but like, yo, this guy, he used to be an actor. He's a comedian.
Yeah.
So like, and he's like 5'5", 5'6". I'm not dissing short people. I'm just saying now you're pulling up to Trump, who's made billions of dollars as a businessman. You're like a former comedian, and you're trying to like dictate or like trying to control the narrative. And Trump is looking at you like, buddy, you should say thank you, you're pipsqueak. You know, you're starting World War III. You came through like you just finished working out at the gym. You're about to meet the president of the United States.
Yeah.
No, go.
No, go.
This guy's just, I was just going to say he's a disgrace, man.
Yeah, I'm over him. And I hope Canada, when we get our new prime minister and Doug, now that he's back in, I hope they decide to stop funding these guys too.
Well, if they're smart, like I know we're not trying to do what we're not trying to be any pro-Trumpish over here and for the Canadian politicians.
Yeah,
but you might want to take some notes from what dude's doing down there in America. Like, you know, he's sunning guys, he's standing on business, and you know, we might get hurt from some of that business, but we might have to adopt some of that same attitude.
Yeah, because he's teaching the world right now to be self-sufficient.
Yeah.
You guys use your own minerals, use your own products, use your own stuff, buy your own homegrown, like use your own people, do your own thing. And that's where your country will be richer, right? So I'm kind of feeling that, but I there's some other decisions he's made in the last 30 days where I'm kind of like on the fence. I want to see what happens in the future, right? But this is a good one, but he's still behind him.
That's what I'm saying.
He just wants the war to stop.
Yeah.
But he's still kind of behind him.
He has to be, because you know what? If he's not pro-Ukraine, that would make him pro-Russia. And America and Russia had this rivalry. They've been fighting proxy wars by funding opposite sides. So it's like America's only really supporting the Ukraine because they don't want Russia to expand into the Ukraine.
Yeah, but that was Biden administration. That doesn't have nothing to do with the Trump administration, because if Trump was in and when this war started, this war wouldn't have probably happened.
That's what he says.
Yeah, and it's true.
It wouldn't have.
Because him and the Russian Putin are very good friends.
They have respect.
Yes, and his wife is a Russian. His kids are Russian, American. Like, they're trying to fit that into play, like two powerhouses.
Yeah, they always say he had the Russian collusion and all that.
He does.
Too. Yeah,
he does.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
either way, the fact that he has such connections with Russia, it would make it look bad, like if he picked a side in any way.
Yeah, but
You know
how
what
do
I'm
we know
saying?
Putin didn't tell him to come in there and slap
He
up
probably
Zelensky
did.
a couple? Yo,
He
whop
said,
that
"Oh, you're
guy.
gonna go meet with homeboy?
Whop
You'll
that."
tell him this when he comes over."
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't think Putin wants to continue this war either. At this
Yeah.
point, so many lives are being lost, money is being spent. It doesn't seem like it's gonna end anytime soon. And it's like, what's the point?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like, I don't know.
He probably called Putin after he left this meeting. He said, "Yo, I spoke to your boy Zelensky. I sunned him crazy, bro.
Scared him. He didn't know what to do. He was shaking. He started speaking Ukrainian.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't understand him at all.
Yeah. No, it's just weird. I know a lot of people have been covering this, but I think the reason why, even if you're not even into politics like that, is because we're literally seeing raw emotions.
Yes.
Like you were saying from politicians. We don't usually see that shit, bro.
Things you really want to, you're saying in your own home to the TV.
Yes.
This man is saying, like, what do you mean we're gonna what future?
And
Russia's gonna come and get us. We're just fine.
And you could tell that Zelensky, because he's trained in that formal political sense, he's kind of thrown back by this response. It's kind of like when you play by the book and then someone hits you with something that is outside the book, your responses are like, well, you're not supposed to talk like that to me. Like no other country leader friggin' talks to me like that. It's usually like a very formal conversation.
Yeah, he's the tough guy. But what you know now, if you go and look at some footage on Ukraine soldiers, what they're doing. They're lighting Trump hats on fire.
Oh,
There's an F America thing now.
The
See, that's why.
soldiers?
Yeah, that's
And
why.
I'm giving you money and that's what you're doing?
I gave you your guns,
I
bro.
gave you the guns.
Buddy, I bought the hat for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now look, they're burning him up. That's why he's just like, all right.
Are we
We're
done
gonna
with y'all?
Yeah, we're gonna pull this money and let them die.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he's gonna do. He's gonna let Russia kill them. Unalive them, sorry.
Hey, listen, man. Pray for the people, bro, because I don't know, man. Trump's on one right now. You know, last thing when it comes to Trump, like he went over to India the other day. He was there talking stout. He's like, yo, I can't understand what you're saying, bro. It's like, yo, listen, I'm not in the position to vote, but you got this guy in office right now, and he gives no F's, bro.
Matt had an English translator for someone speaking English with an Indian accent.
Yo,
He's like, what the hell is this?
You could see the annoyance. He was like, yo, what is he saying? And
Can't
I'm
even
like,
understand it.
yo, you're the president, bro. The camera's on you.
I don't care. Speak English.
He's like, what did he say?
Yeah.
Like, bro, calm down.
I kind of like that. Bro.
I don't hate it, but it's like, yo, this is a politician. Like,
No, this is a
one of the
businessman.
man.
It's a business move.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's moving like a businessman. He's like, it's like, okay, I've seen this happen before in companies. Like a new vice president gets in or the CEO gets in and they clean house.
Yeah.
They literally clean house. They'll be the last man standing and build it right back up. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I think that's what he's doing. He's like, oh, all these people that were running the scams, all the money we were giving out just to dissect animals for you know what I mean? For studies. Like, what the hell? Millions of dollars went to that. Pulled up that.
Yeah.
Pull some of these scientists. Fire half of the White House now. Make it a smaller government. And let's get this shit popping. Let's get some money, right?
Trim the fat, as they say.
Yeah, man. But him with the 51 state in Canada, he's dissing. He better stop that.
He has to relax.
Yeah, he needs to stop that crap.
But that's the thing. I feel like that is also a part of like his move right now. Like I really, really believe that in the next 4 years, he's going to attempt to invade Canada. I don't know how. I don't know if it's going to be like informal where it's like they're just building more military bases here. Like it might not be directly like
it will
the
be
soldiers.
Companies. It will be companies, more American companies.
Yeah.
Just take over.
Yeah.
Corporate takeover.
Yeah.
I think that could easily be done. I mean, it's already
grocery
here.
stores all of a sudden take over places like Metro, places like, you know what I'm saying?
All of a sudden we have In-N-Out. Like they open a burger shop here and stuff.
Yeah,
Probably
we already
not,
got
but,
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, but that's different. That's like corporation, privately, you can bring it over, right? I'm talking like big corporations.
like aluminum,
like
steel,
we got
like
rid
lumber.
Of, yeah, they get rid of like they have what's their big like malls, like their brands. Like it's almost like Hudson Bay for us. Like they got stuff like that.
outlets. Like
Yeah, like they'll
okay.
just bring those in. Like, you know what I mean? Like you'll really see Tommy Hilfiger.
Marshalls is
Marshall's
pretty big here.
Yeah, and that's theirs.
That's theirs.
Yeah.
Right? But I'm sorry, know where they'll hit us is with the food.
Mm.
It's with the food. It's with the food. It's with the consumption of the food of like the because we use them to transport, right?
Right.
And so we need stuff from them. So where they would capitalize, I feel, is through like grocery market, like the markets and stuff like that, right? Because they got more farmers, if anything, they got more. But I don't, you have to really
time will tell, man.
Time will tell.
Well, listen, man. Salute to I don't even know who to salute at the end of this, man. Salute to us, man. We gotta, we're the people, bro. We can't salute these politicians. We got it's for us. They work for us in the end of the day.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
They take your money.
Yeah. Let's get out of here, though.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to check out these other videos on the screen and make sure to like and subscribe.
We love hip hop.